On that somber day, we all felt the ground beneath the shade. Towers fell, hearts sank, but together we rose. Through the smoke, through the tears, we found strength we didn't know we had. United under one flag, we'll rise from the ashes with our hearts intertwined, standing side by side in the face of the darkness. We'll shine our light, a nation reborn. We'll rise from the ashes in the land of free of the lost. We find courage to carry on their dreams. We were built hands in hand, heart to heart. Every star, every tear makes us stronger than we were before. A united people forevermore. We'll rise from the ashes with our hearts intertwined, standing side by side in the face of the darkness. We'll shine our light, a nation reborn. We'll rise from the ashes. Through the pain we found redemption. From the rubble a new foundation. Together we are unbreakable. Together we are unstoppable. We'll rise from the ashes with our hearts intertwined, standing side by side in the face of darkness. We'll shine our light, a nation reborn. We'll rise from the ashes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special stream tonight where 24 years ago, our nation fell under attack there. Not only did our nation come together, our neighbors from the north came and helped us. And looking back over the last decade there, 2 decades, it seems like we may have forgotten how we felt that day. All of us were there. Well, maybe some of the ones that come through the chat may have not been there, but I may have been only in 4th grade. But a lot of us, we got one veteran on the panel tonight, Old Man Bird, there, who was serving at the time.
I want to salute
We've
him.
seen a lot in the last few years, and now it seems like our nation's ready to split apart. When just 24 years ago, on 9/12, we were united. Our nation may have changed, but we were united. But today, I want to talk about not only 9/11, but our experiences, but maybe reflect on what's been going on in the last 24 years. With me, I got Mikey Seuss 4. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Gorilla, and Gorilla has most pleasantly, we did this last year, simulcasting, and once again, for the second year in a row, I am simulcasting on the Mikey Seuss 4 channel, and already I have a few of my friends, one of them is from Australia, and Rex also from the country. So, Leah Liz and Rex Madsen, welcome so much. And welcome to you, Scott, Anchorman. Thank you, all of you, for joining us tonight on this special night.
Yeah. PvP?
Yeah, doing okay, I guess. Got my work week done for another week, which is always a relief on a Thursday evening. But yeah, nothing much really, very interesting going on. One thing I just want to mention, I won't go on too long here because I know you want to get everybody introduced. But I can't help but reflecting on what occurred yesterday and put it somehow into the context of what happened those 24 years ago. Because it seems like to me there is definitely a relationship of some kind there, which I might like to discuss a little bit if we have time for that.
Yeah, we can. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm great, brother. How about you?
It's been a rough. 24 hours has been. Last 24 hours have been rough, and today's been rough. But
Yeah.
it's been a rough
It's good to
48
see you,
hours.
Brother Jay. good to see you, my friend.
Good to see
Yeah.
you.
Curtis, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. I got done the things today that I should have got done yesterday. And Cassie says that she doesn't remember 9/11, but she's been going too long without treats, and that's rough. So
Well, she feels that way.
Yeah, and Eugene, yeah, how are you doing? I know you said you were serving at this time.
Yes.
That's right. But I mean, people in the military are just human beings like yourself. And I was curious to know how old, hear the story of how old you were and if you remember the somber
I
day.
was in fourth grade there. Apparently, they sent all the elementary school students home, but they kept all the middle school students and high school students were sitting there in the auditoriums watching what was going on there. I went home and I went to tell my dad that something happened in New York, and he just pointed at the TV. I was like kind of surprised to see my dad home, but it made sense because even though we live very rural, isolated area where Jerm calls it the boondocks, we got the banjo playing and everything. But my dad was was a government employee working as a meat inspector at the time, and what they considered any food processing or any food places were considered or could be potential targets. So they sent all employees home. I mean, I was only in fourth grade, but I still remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to the chat there.
Oh yeah, we got lots of people tonight there, Gorilla, on both channels.
Yeah. So Curtis Selby was first in the chat. And
I almost did forget after the horrible events of the past 48 hours.
Yeah, after what happened with Charlie. Yeah.
the only thing I remember is when all of a sudden someone mentioned something about 9/11 on like Monday or Tuesday, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's coming up." That got Twilight Zone. It seems like we're even us are starting to slip a little bit on this.
Well, I thought about it on the 4th, and I'll be honest, I haven't thought about it since until you came up with your stream, and I was like, oh crap, yeah, today's the 9/11. Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah.
As I said, it's also my brother's birthday. He's 2 years younger than me, so he turned 58 years old today. He's a teacher at a high school there over in Washington State, and his kids every year at this time for the last 24 years have asked him two questions. Phil, it's your birthday today? Yes. And you know what happened today? Yes. And he's had to answer the kids like every year for the last 24 years.
Well, we were talking. I was talking with one of my coworkers, and he has a friend from school that they were born, I believe, right after 9/11 or right around the time of 9/11 happened. And they said they always gave her crap because she's Middle Eastern there, and they always joked with her about her birthday being today.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And welcome to Daniel's Hot Topics. Welcome.
Hey, Daniel. Good to see you.
And Boomer says, I was at work. Someone said that a plane had run into the World Trade Center. I pictured some idiot losing control of their Cessna. We got more detail after that bit. And thank you very much for these two super chats there, Eugene. Do you want me to play your song for you?
No, that's all right. Very kind of you, though. Really, thanks.
You said the mountains to the valleys to the Coca-Cola white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless the Silverbacks, my homies.
Gorilla and the Silverbacks. That's us.
I'd have to look on the thing there. The super sticker was a number one Egyptian cat waving a number one.
Oh, nice. The Abyssinian. I love those cats.
It's an honor to be in your presence.
Yeah. Well, I came up on the chat. We can actually talk face to face. Well, as close to face as we can.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying
We're
hello.
very
to
glad
each
that you're up here with us, Eugene. Really, really glad. Welcome. Thank you, everyone on both channels.
other. We got everybody that says hello to each other.
Curtis.
You know, when I'm working, I don't get the chance to say hello to everybody there. I just let people know when I do make it that I'm there.
Yeah.
You better get help. You're no match for him. He's a Sith Lord, dude. It's just scurvy. And, yeah,
Oh, that's
we
hilarious. And then I
we
said, we eat Sith Lords for breakfast. LOL. You and McGregor as
no
Obi-Wan.
no. I could have adjusted that a little bit better. We eat little Sith Lords like you, a little piece of the Sith Lords like you for breakfast. Come on, you gotta do the Breakfast Club. Gotta do the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club. Okay. We got to do that. Absolutely.
Saying hello, inviting everybody up here.
Hello, Kevin.
Welcome, Leah Liz. Welcome,
Leah.
Yes.
welcome.
Hello, Leah Liz. She's from Australia. And there's Rex Madsen 2.0. Hey, Rex, it's been a very long time since I've seen you, my friend. I'm glad you're here tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you
9/11,
both.
never forget. No time to
long time
see
to see
Han. For a
No,
time.
long time no see, hun. I was saying that to Leah.
Yeah.
And she
Leah's
gave me big
giving-
hugs.
And we'll give you hugs back there, Leah.
Absolutely.
She goes sings.
Yeah. And hello,
And
Lizzie
Anchor-
Armstrong, also from Australia. And
Oh yeah,
Scott.
welcome Lizzie Armstrong.
And
Sorry,
that's Scott.
sorry,
Yes. And then Scott, Anchorman. Hello, Scott.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my friend.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Was watching it live from Australia when it happened.
Wow. Yeah.
People.
Hey, Libby. Hey, Kevin.
Hello, brother.
Everybody
Scott.
saying hello. And we said hello to Kevin here. Well, welcome Suzanne. Welcome Suzanne XT.
Yeah, welcome, Suzanne XT. Glad to see you.
Hi, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Meet you all the way, Susanna.
Kevin.
Yeah.
And Chris is playing banjo music.
But a dang 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 dang.
Near. We were watching West Wing at 10:30 at night, and it cut over to the American News, who were filming. I didn't even think West Wing was on at that
Very
time.
cool. Yeah. Cool. Wow. Yeah.
This is something that we thought couldn't happen in the United States. I would hear old people, you would hear about Pearl Harbor and all that, and I was like, that was old times. Nothing like that could happen to us now.
And it did.
No, but isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic, Eugene, that occurred on December 7th, 1941, and less than 60 years, by only 2 months, less than 2 months, and we get attacked. Now, is that coincidental? I think not.
Well, the thing was, though, I think since it had been so long since some event like Pearl Harbor, you know, America had a little bit let its guard down. We went through decades where things were quite relaxed. The world seemed reasonably quiet, at least over in this continent. We weren't having too many serious problems. I mean, even like just the, communities, like there's just society in general seemed much more quiet and subdued back then than the crazy stuff happening now. So it's like there were groups out there. There were groups out there plotting this. I don't have to go into details at this point.
Sure.
You guys all know who they were, and who they now still some of them are probably. And they'd been plotting this probably for I don't know how long, but it must have been a while to get organized, because they were pretty organized for a bunch of lunatics. But this was a wake-up call big time when it happened. I remember, everybody was saying, well, it's a different world now. The world has changed now. It's never going to be like it was. And it's so true.
It never has.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add that back in 1998, even when back in 1993, when they had the attack initially on the center, and it was done in the basement there, when they had that van that went in there and whatever. Even back then, 8 years beforehand, we were like, we just thought it was an isolated incident. We weren't even considering that it was going to be the beginning of what eventually would happen today.
Let's circle back to that there, because I do want to talk about that there. Lizzie's thank you, Bird, for service. We also have Boomer in the chat, who is also in the service there. And welcome, LDG. Welcome. You're welcome to come up there. I saw the second plane hit on live TV there. I was on the bus when the second plane hit.
Yeah.
And hey,
Bill.
welcome. Good stream
Hey.
you had yesterday there. I really enjoyed listening to that there today. Yeah, I know Bill's very upset with everything that's going on here.
Yeah.
God bless you, Bill.
Yeah.
And
Now,
LDG already said hello, right? So we
Yeah.
can tell LDG if he wants to come.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
I want to start with you, Gene here. You said you were in the 81st Airborne there. Tell us what your experience there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that top. I was in the 81st training wing where we where we instruct a lot of the Air Force people, not officers, but the airmen who very first get in after they come out of basic training. But I tell you, we're all just human beings, and we were as shocked as anybody. And I couldn't believe it. My wife called me on the phone, and I worked in I was a superintendent of public relations. And so I also worked with the media, the radio and TV, but we weren't monitoring anything at the time. And my wife called me and said, turn on, hey, there's this and that, a plane ran. And I'm like, I didn't know what to think at first. We turned on the television set and saw what you saw. Then surprisingly, the military, I guess, didn't know, until we saw it on TV too. So I ran upstairs and told the general secretary, guys, this and that. And then by an hour later, as you know, all the planes, they were landing all the planes everywhere. And we went to what was called ThreatCon Bravo. But we were just locking down the bases, in case anybody was wanting to attack us. But there was nothing, we didn't do anything. We didn't know who did it. It was just, we were all in shock.
Oh, yeah, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, Bill.
Bill.
Bill, yeah. But
howdy, hello, Bill.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can
I can hear you just fine, Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am extremely angry.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
I had to cancel my streams that I was going to do today because I'm so angry and upset. I couldn't, because I've seen everywhere the footage, the libtards celebrating, and it just continues to upset me in ways. I'm trying to have faith in humanity and people, and regaining faith in our Lord and Savior, our Father. And when stuff like this happens, I begin to lose faith in humanity, and I don't want to lose faith in humanity. I want the very best for everyone. That's who I am.
Yeah. So, Bill, I know where I was in Arizona when I saw it happen on TV and everything. Where were you at the time when it happened?
I was at work in the morning, working for, of all freaking places, Walmart.
Walmart?
I was working at Walmart as a stocking clerk, overnight stock clerk.
Nice. Good job.
And we were that day we were having an employee day,
Right.
What's an employee
and
day?
I went home. An employee day where they were doing like a barbecue and everything for the employees. They were feeding us
a special party. Yeah, we did that for Safeway when I worked for Safeway.
So I went home, and I didn't have a car because my car was my former truck was repossessed, so I didn't have a car. So I had a bicycle at the time. So I rode my bicycle home to where I was renting a house at the time.
Yeah.
And I was with my ex-wife, horrible person.
I've had 2 of them already, so believe me.
And
I know. I know.
well, I went home and I watched. I for hours. I stayed up for hours, watched the footage, and then later looked upon the sky. No flights, nowhere. And I'm saying, what the fuck has happened? What the hell's going on here? And I'm here. I was listening to another YouTube stream, and some people who were so young, where they were like 6 years old and they can't remember. It was like yesterday to me. I'm gonna be 53 on the 29th of this month. So years, it becomes like moments.
No, sorry, I was trying to do PvP. Sorry, I meant to do that. PvP, try exiting StreamYards and coming back in. Sorry about that, Bill. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong one here.
One thing they cannot do. They cannot silence us. They will not silence us. I will not be silenced. I will speak my words. I will speak the truth. I will use my platform, even if it kicks me off of this platform. There's plenty of other platforms out there. They will not shut me the fuck up. I've had a fuck enough. I am a generation motherfucker. Do not mess with me. Fuck around and you will find out. Motherfuckers, this is the beginning. This is the motherfucking turn-up point. God damn it.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Moira. Welcome, Matt G. Let's catch up on chats here, then we'll go.
We have 32 chats. I just wow, nice.
Suzanne saying hello to everybody here. It was, Chris says I'm sorry, Bill. And Lizzie's giving praise for all of us there and flowers to all of us here.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Welcome, Herc.
Welcome. Welcome, Herc.
Lots of YouTube's canceling the streams over shock, except for Gorilla taking head on. Well, I just had to say what I wanted to say.
Not hard on, head on.
It was on this day. Over 3,000 people lost their lives at Ground Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. I'm not okay with it. And the sickening events of yesterday and the weeks past. The lady who got stabbed on the train in Carolina, that happened like back on August 21st. And we just found out about it as all this shit, all the stupid people, billionaires taking ball caps from children, Karens at a baseball game on Friday night taking the ball away, and then this shit yesterday. It's all boiling to a freaking head. Well, and I'm saying I will not be silent. I will use my words as possible. I do not condone any fucking violence.
Well, a lot of these people are losing their jobs right now, from the Philly Karen to these people. Like there's one flight attendant they made a joke about really tasteless joke about Charlie Kirk. That person called Blue or Sky West. Do you endorse this kind of behavior? Then you get that standard there that they're putting all the employees on leaves and stuff like that. So we're getting action.
Yeah.
Eric's asked how are everybody doing? I just answered your poll. We never recovered our freedom because they decided to trade it for security. And Ben Franklin spoke out against that. But welcome, Moira.
Yeah, I have a poll up. Have we recovered from 9/11? 50% of the voters say no, we never recovered our freedom. 38% say that 9/11 was a setup to take away our freedom. I'm not saying that I necessarily espouse that, but I thought I would put that in to see what people thought. And 12% said, no, we never recovered security.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And Old Man Bird's asking Herc where he was. I know he flew C1. I know he flew C-130s, but not sure where he's stationed out of. You're welcome, Curtis, and all. And FKC, thank you very much for
Hey,
these.
Tim.
yes, thank you, Tim.
Thank
He
you,
has
Tim, for
I'll
the
tell you what,
$1.99 for the gorilla there.
5 super chats.
Yeah.
So,
hope it's okay if I just play this once with the nature of the stream here.
Thank you for the super chat. You're making dreams come true. Your kindness lifts us higher. We're so grateful for you. Every little sparkle, every gift you send fuels the joy and laughter. You're the best, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you, Tim.
FKC. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And
Teams LLC.
yeah, we got Star. We got Star from Old Man Bird here. You made the goal,
There you go.
FKC. What kind of movies would you like to watch? I'm having to turn you down though. You are distorting the microphone. Oh yeah, I think we got that fixed with PvP there.
Yeah.
That's never happened before, and I didn't adjust any settings. I haven't adjusted anything on my headset since I bought it. Like I don't know, a year
That
ago.
was a StreamYard issue. All you have to do is exit the completely and come back.
Yeah, just to reset. Just
I
come back.
did.
Yeah.
Well, what I did is I turned off the headphones, went to my main speakers, then I put the headphones back on, and when I took went off a StreamYard and came back in, and everything's good right now. And fingers crossed. Jeez, I mean, I don't know what happened there. That's a bit scary, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Moira is asking if Bill's okay. He's just like us there. We're just tired of this.
Yeah.
Seems like
we're
it's
just,
starting to be one thing after another. Starting with last year.
Every day I get up and I think, oh, is the world going to get crazier again today? And seems like about at least 50% of the time, yes, it does.
yeah, and I did read, and I want to mention to you, Herc, that our deepest condolences that you lost your mom 7 years ago on this very day. So,
oh wow,
sorry. Yeah,
sorry to hear that.
2018, yeah, really big news.
And did I miss Matt Cheatwood somewhere? Well, welcome, Matt Cheatwood. Oh, exactly. We did the.
Oh, hey,
opposite
Matt
what we should have
Cheatwood, how
done.
are you? Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Sorry, I missed that with the super chats here. How do you guys feel about Kirk's death? I said a lot of it yesterday. There, we're righteously angry, and we're sad, but I'm saving a lot of my anger for select people on Twitter and on Discord.
Well, I just want to interject. If you want me to answer the question, it's I'm livid. I'm still mad as hell, and I probably will be mad as hell for I don't know how long, because this coward, this ignorant coward, I don't know what cause he did that in the name of, but I'm sure he has one because there's a few of them out there. This coward took out one of the most articulate, intelligent, greatest minds of his generation, a man that dedicated his 31 years to trying to educate people and enlighten them and elevate them and make the world a better place. And then this coward comes along and plunges us into darkness once again. I am really sick of this. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so angry, but I'm really angry.
And
Charlie Kirk might forgive him himself, but I think he deserves a death penalty, whoever it is, obviously.
Yeah, I agree.
Does Utah have it? Do they have the death penalty either?
Yeah, we got that fixed for you.
Question.
Welcome, Herc.
But yeah, I would agree. I think death, and then straight to hell afterwards.
Well, I think Paul and Pam are probably aware where I was when it happened. I was in between jobs, and I was going on my second day of training for advanced PCS and data entry. and we're in the building in the classroom, and then all of a sudden somebody says, "Hey, there's a plane that hit the World Trade Center at one of the towers," and they rush the TV in there, and we're all watching it, and then the second plane hits the other tower, and then you watch the one tower go down, and when the one tower went down, 3 ladies in our classroom went nuts. One collapsed and fainted. The other one broke into hysterics and ran out of the room. And the other one was just bawling her eyes out, just crying, going, "I just lost friends in that tower." The first one that went down. And we all said, "Go home." That all of our instructors said, "Just go home."
Yeah.
We did. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to tell my story because of my
Yeah,
headphones.
I'm trying to catch up on chats. Or I'm about to do chats and people.
I'll tell
Yeah, mine was quick. It's
Yeah.
fine. Mine was quick.
No, if
Yeah,
you want to
just-
do the chats,
Yeah.
chats first, Gorilla, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't like building up to about 200 of them there.
I know some
Herc-
people get an hour behind. Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Herc says
Especially
yes.
at
Herc,
two channels.
Herc, yes, it was hard to hear. Good to
Yeah.
see you on the panel, Eugene.
It'd be good now.
Yeah, first time. Love this man. Thank you, Eugene.
Yeah, it's great to have Eugene here with us, man.
Yeah.
Though he said he's been on
Also,
panel, so I got the
I'm sorry.
5 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, welcome on both streams. We love you all, guys and gals. Wonderful to have you here.
Yeah,
Yes.
you should too, Lumen. Yeah, you want this maybe I'm not here you go. Curtis, he wants Who Dare Wins.
Who Dare Wins.
Who dares wins?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Who Dares
FKC
Wins,
says
yeah.
9:30 works for me. Hit that like button. 3 years after 9/11, I did 5 deployments to Iraq. Yeah, I haven't forgotten.
Good. Well, we appreciate your service too, Herc.
Yeah, how long does a deployment last then when you're flying in the Air Force there?
Well,
is the deployment
assume-
time the same for all branches of the military, or I know
I
it
know-
rotates, right? But
I know that the National
Well,
Guard is
Eugene-
18 months.
Yeah, Eugene can answer
the
that.
Air
How
Force, it
long
was
is usually
typically-
usual deployment?
It
How
was
long is it?
typically 6 months to a year. There's a rule
Okay.
that if you're somewhere for over 179 days, a little under 6 months, then they have to pay you some money. So they like to cut it to 6 months. But this was a war, so perhaps a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I know it was different in World War II where they told them you fly 25 missions, you get to go home. But a lot of them didn't make those 25 missions.
Right. Yeah, I know a friend of mine who
Yeah.
immediately he immediately went over there and deployed and went over to Afghanistan to fight.
Yeah.
And he was showing me pictures of Humvees, camels.
Yeah.
There was a dromedary camel that accidentally got in front of a Humvee squad and Humvee group. Well, you don't want to know what happened to the dromedary camel.
sounds
Yeah.
messy.
And,
It did not
and
survive.
yeah. Hug back Moira. And Moira Bill is having a hard time watching the world. Yeah, the whole
We all are.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that Herc.
Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, Herc. Our
it's
deepest
your
condolences.
birthday? Happy birthday there, Herc.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Happy
welcome,
birthday
Connie.
to you.
And
Hey,
welcome,
Connie
DJ
Clary
Ronnie.
and DJ Ronnie G.
Hey, Connie.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Happy birthday.
And
Connie.
let's say we're happy before PvP. This happens in bed every so often.
Yeah.
Birthday.
I once dedicated part of the stream debunking his notion that the plane couldn't penetrate the towers because a bird crushed the soft random of the front of a passenger jet. Well, when they're flying 600 miles an hour, they could go through a lot of stuff.
I don't think that bird's going to be too healthy after it hits the windshield. Personally, but
Yeah, the
Well-
red dam is.
Oh, I do
often
like
housed
barbecue
beneath
chicken.
the fiberglass nose.
Yeah. Then
But
we had that thing with Sully in the plane that got hit by Canadian geese.
well,
That
where
didn't-
do people come? I don't understand people that come up with these ideas like a bird could have saved the Twin Towers. Like, seriously?
It's
These
not-
people have too much time on their hands,
It's
in my opinion.
Chicken man.
So, here says, well, Tim, I've been Andy. We have plans to watch Star Wars. Would you want to watch the film afterwards or on Saturday sometime? And I'm off Monday,
Mhm.
so that works. Between 5 and 7 will be Valbert.
Yeah.
Welcome,
And
Sashi. Welcome.
Welcome,
welcome,
Sashi.
Sashi.
And
And
we
then
got
the
some more.
gentleman turns around and makes my other goal. I'm not going to set up another goal because I don't want to take all
Yeah.
this guy's money.
Yeah,
Shut up, Jay.
Tim, you're
Shut
too
up, Jay.
generous.
Shut up, Jay.
Here, just for him, we'll play some.
Thank you for the super chat. It's shining like a star. Your kindness fuels this journey, no matter where we are. Through the void of space, your light keeps us on track. With every bit of support, there's no turning back.
Thank you, thank you, Tim. You've been very generous tonight. Oh, Kirk said nonstop for 13 years. Wow.
Hey.
And I did say welcome to the county clear, didn't I?
Yep. Good
God,
woman to YouTube. Welcome,
yeah,
welcome.
God bless you, Tim.
We give her big hugs. Yep.
Yeah, birds are not the real anyway. So why would they save it?
Save you.
Yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
and you just ask what time you're available. All right, so Curtis, where were you? What were you doing?
So I'd set up a goal for 5 super chats, and he like nuked them all, and then I set up another goal of 5, and he nuked them all. So I'm not setting up any more, not because I don't need the money, but he's just so generous. I don't want to take all of it. Let me see what he's saying here in the
He
who dares
secretly won the
wins. Okay.
Powerball.
Who dares
Yeah.
wins, yeah.
Well, Tim will figure out what's a good time, but I'm going to try to do who dares wins for this gentleman, and I got to set up a time to do a karaoke stream where he's going to select 5 songs for me to sing, and we'll get them sung. But
So
I'm not going to set up no more because
Well,
I don't
well,
want to take all of his money.
Tim, let's do it very carefully. I'll be highly disappointed if you don't make Curtis sing Barbie Girl and It's Raining Men.
No.
You know, that would be really difficult for Curtis, considering that when we had our first interview together, it was Accounting Sheep. He wanted 5 super chats, and Accounting Sheep gave him 5 super chats. So he ends up singing Weird Al Yankovic's song.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Curtis,
I got a suggestion for the Curtis singing session there. I think my nomination would be Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
all right, but Curtis, where were you on 9/11?
Okay, so I was newly married. This was like the pivotal year of my entire life.
Wow.
I got married on June 16, and I don't want to go too deep into that, but she was the best woman to date and the most terrible woman to be married to. But I didn't quite know what I'd walked into yet. So I'd been married less than 3 months.
Oh no.
And less than a month before that, her father, who was a great guy, he was the pastor who married us. He dropped dead of a heart attack.
Oh.
So I
That's probably what happened.
like Bill, I was working at Walmart. Subtle hint here: if you're working at Walmart, just don't get married. It's just there's no point. It won't end well for you. And
That's weird.
I was working my tail off trying to, be a good husband and all this. And I worked 11 days straight, which I thought back then was impressive. But now I realize not so much. But I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And I collapse into bed the night before. And I'm still asleep when she calls me up. And I won't do her voice like I usually do. I'll but she's like, Curtis, 2 planes have flown into the World Trade Center, and I don't know. I don't blame you if you think less of me, but I'm going to just tell you that my response was so, because planes had hit the World Trade Center before, and they'd not come down, and it was a terrible thing. But I did not see what was coming yet. Or actually, I think she just said that 1 plane had hit the World Trade Center. And then sometime later, I went back to bed, dead to the world. She calls me up. Another plane's hit the World Trade Center, and a plane has hit the Pentagon. And I was instantly awake, because there was no way that this was coincidence at this point. This was an act of war. And so I got up and I watched TV from then on, and they talked about the plane that crashed. I saw the buildings. I cannot remember now how many of the buildings I watched fall, but I watched a bunch of them fall on TV, and I was like, man, this is the end of what was before. And I wish I'd been wrong, but honestly, I kind of think I was right. I don't think we've ever recovered our freedoms. I don't think we've only recently begun to come back to the greatness that we had before that time. And I don't really want to get into the conspiracy stuff, but
yeah, I don't either.
I just don't think the world's been the same. And I don't think it's been the same. I don't think it improved in any way. I don't know what the terrorists were trying to achieve, but I don't think they made the world a better place for them or for us. And that's it. That's my story.
No, the whole world's just started falling apart. This wasn't like we lost Bill.
Did we lose Bill?
Yeah, we did.
He put in the private that he was so angry he couldn't go on. So
yeah.
All right. No, but the whole world's changed. Like, did any of you guys think that people would be calling for civil war 24 years after we experienced one of the worst tragedies in our nation's history?
No. I have a question. 24 years ago, when America was attacked and thousands of people were murdered, I guess hopefully I can use that word, but they were. Americans pulled together. I remember that first couple of days. Every citizen, well, maybe there are a few crazy people. I won't want to mention some of the groups that were dancing in the streets about it, because you probably can figure out who they were. But, I'd say 95% of Americans came together in a support of unity against a common enemy, right? Do you think that would happen today?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I really don't think it would.
I want to say welcome to Arabic Sonder, and welcome to
oh yeah, hi Arabic.
Noctum Gaming.
Hey there.
Yeah, Kage Noctum Gaming. Yeah, he's on my channel. Thank you, Kage. I appreciate you being here, my friend.
Let's catch up on chats here real quick. Birds are dinosaurs. Actually, they were.
They are.
True.
Yeah. I sent you a message in the background. I hope hopefully it's Raining Men and Barbie Girl are to the things. Jokes on you.
They're not on the table.
Gotta have Rick Ashley. Come on.
Yeah.
No, Rick Astley be on the table for Curtis, but not the other two.
Don't talk about Rick Astley being on the table. You've just filled me head with a horrible image.
No.
Mikey.
Boomer, I need your AI skills here, Boomer. Boomer, I need your AI skills.
Oh, goodness me.
My friend thinks Mikey got a good point about liberals. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much.
In case I don't think we are. He's asking how everyone's tonight. It's been rough.
Well, it's been a bad week, but we're surviving.
Here's a good question from Eugene to you, Gorilla.
It's one of those. I was at the stage where I was just starting to understand, but I was like, but I've always heard when I was growing up, I always heard the stories that we kicked ass. I was like, yeah, like Toby Keith put in this. We'll put a boot in your ass. That was our feeling there. I remember hearing the song a couple days after this happened. And that song wasn't actually supposed to be released. It was actually meant only for the soldiers overseas. But one of the generals encouraged him to release it to pick up the Americans' morale there. And and I might have been willing to join there. Just give me a gun and point a direction.
So it would have been any of those armed forces, right there, Gorilla?
Yeah.
And anything like ships or airplanes or.
Well, I don't think I can fly with my eyesight because don't you have to have 20/20?
Yeah. I know I couldn't.
You have to have 20/20 perfect vision to be a jet pilot. I'm guessing.
I'll bet if I had succeeded, if I didn't drop out of naval basic training back in Florida, I know that during the course of this whole thing going on, I would have been overseas, probably on one of the ships there, headed for, I don't know. Why have been a Navy SEAL or something like that? I don't know.
My grandpa was a radio operator, I believe, on a cruiser during Vietnam. And my great uncle, he was in the National Guard, but he kind of got asked to leave. They gave him honorable discharge, but they're kind of like, can you just leave?
I bet
please?
There's a story there.
That's what the Navy did to me in 1985. After 4 weeks, they said, Mr. Fournier, would you just go ahead and go?
Yeah.
We'll give you an honorable discharge and kick you out. We don't need you.
Well, PvP, if I'm remembering the story right, I don't think they take kindly of you beating the shit out of your barracks buddy. I think that's why they asked him to leave.
I think if
I'm remembering the story right.
Okay, well, I really don't know.
It depends on the context.
Yes, true.
Yeah,
anyway,
I am sorry you're in pain there, Kage.
Yeah, a lot of us are in pain.
Very
we're working our way through
that.
It. Good to see you.
I'm just asking, especially with the events the last 24 hours, we do what Charlie Kirk said, and use our words, not don't do anything irrational.
Yeah,
I'm doing good. Depressed a little bit. Yeah.
Get myself.
Good, Kevin. I hurt like heck. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my day off. The whole day was just watching news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Old Man Bird wants to know if you got hit on by customers there, Curtis.
Have you seen the quality of some of the women that shop at Walmart, though? I wouldn't want to get hit on by those ladies.
Yeah. I don't think anybody hit on me when I was at Safeway 3 years later. I don't think so. No.
Oh well, what can you do?
Yeah.
I always Mikey. They always say, "Oh, you could pick up single women that work at, shopping at Safeway." I'm like, do I really want to pick up single women that have, that are shopping? If that's their main activity in life, I'll take a pass.
Yeah. And Daniel, I'll make you read your own.
No,
read your own.
1 second. So I remember where I was when the planes hit the World Trade Center. It was the morning, and I was in school, and I was in grade 9 English class. When they rolled in the TV, they turned it on, and I saw the planes hit the towers.
Yeah, both planes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Jesus.
Anyway,
whenever I can tell my version of what
it's gonna be Captain Boone here next year. Welcome Arabic again.
I'm
and
patient.
Bill says no. Shucks. And God bless you. I love Bill. I left. I'm sorry you left Bill. Not creating any images of Rick Ashley on a table, says Boober.
I know we're all angry, but try to reason with your rage and your pain. Like, don't let it consume you. Is my advice, Bill.
No, I was just trying to create a little bit of levity. I know we're all in pain. I know that we're all suffering.
I'm really
angry. Help every once in a while to have a laugh or two.
Mikey was also a seaman.
A seaman, then. Yes, I was.
Woo!
I was an ensign.
I'm not going for that joke at all.
Curtis is never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
Oh,
Turn.
no, actually, Curtis.
That's a good question there, Scott.
I think Curtis is a decent singer, actually.
Thank you.
No, I think Curtis is a
No,
good singer.
no, Anchorman, we are winning this fight. We are winning this fight. What we're hearing is the last desperate gasp of a dying thing.
No, Tim. Married women at Walmart. That's what I went. No, I'm teasing.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Eric. There, nice background, Gorilla. Then the E was second.
Then the E was second. Okay. Right.
Oh boy.
All right, so Commodore Boone or Captain Boone, what's your story on 9/11?
Yes, I'm here. I was cutting grass at the time. I got done mowing the lawn and I knocked on the door and the lady said, "Come on in. There's something terrible going on." I walk in and she goes, "A plane just hit the World Trade Center." 5 minutes later, I seen a second plane hit the other tower and I'm like, "Holy crappies." Lady paid my money and I walked out and mowed the other lawns I was doing, but I had a hand scanner in my truck and it was repeating different stuff. It was all garbled. I could not understand it at all. And I didn't know what was really going on until I seen that broadcast of the planes hitting the towers.
Yeah.
And all day, everybody was nicer that day instead of being buttheads like they normally were.
Yeah.
But that's about my story, and I'm sticking with it.
How about you, Jay? Jay?
Brother Jay, unmute yourself, sucker.
All right, so I guess that's all the stories there.
I didn't get to tell my story.
Let PvP tell a story. Come on.
Yeah, I'm kidding with PvP. I know he has a story yet.
Oh, I know what you're doing, Gorilla. I see right through you. I know you too well, man.
Just one second, though. I want to say welcome to DJ Play Nice. Welcome.
Hey, DJ Play Nice, welcome.
All right, now
I have a feeling it's going to be an hour from now when I get to tell my story.
Now go ahead, PvP.
Go ahead, PvP.
Well, I'm probably the old guy here, I'm guessing. I was 43 when the planes hit that day. So, I was well into middle age. And, I wasn't working that day. I got up and I put the TV on, like generally being the lazy ass that I am. I generally put the TV on first thing and, crash on the couch with a cup of tea or whatever. Anyway, I put the TV on that day and every channel, of course, was carrying this live. And I think, I don't know how early it was, if the first tower had been hit or if I got it at the start. After all those years, my memory's kind of fuzzy of that timeline, but I do remember people, first of all, the crazy thing, first people were running towards the towers because somehow I think some people on the street thought they might be able to help people evacuate, right? Like, I know, but, in a moment of panic like that, people aren't always thinking rationally, right? So there were lots of people running towards the towers. And I'm thinking that's probably not a good idea. But I had no idea. I don't think, thing is nobody, because those towers were supposed to be impossible to bring down, right? I remember watching videos about the architects, the structure of the buildings, the details. Like I've seen like 3D constructions of the internal structures of the Twin Towers. And they were supposed to be basically, uncollapsible, like the Titanic, right? Titanic scenario. Here we go again. But, I'm watching this for a while and, obviously it's horrible. And I'm thinking, man, there's a lot of people that are already gone. Can you imagine, it's an average day. You go to your office, you sit down at the desk and you start doing your job. And then the plane flies through the window and incinerates you. Wow. I can't imagine that. I mean, I cannot imagine the horror of that. At least those people that were actually hit by the plane died instantly. So they didn't even have a time to react. I mean, God save their souls, right? But what gets me is the poor people that were trapped above the flames. And the worst part for me was watching those poor souls jumping out of windows when the fire was just almost going to consume them alive. And they chose just a quick 30-second plunge to splatter on the ground below instead of being burned alive. And I'm thinking, what a choice you have to make. Like, I can't really comprehend it. After 24 years, I'm still struggling with trying to comprehend the horror and terror those poor people must have felt in their final minutes. And I watched all that. I remember seeing the bodies fall. Because all the channels were showing it. I mean, they were showing people dropping to their deaths, and it was the most disturbing thing I've ever seen, really. And then, of course, when the towers began to collapse, that's when people started running away from the buildings because they knew, there's a lot of debris that's going to be falling here in a couple of minutes, right? And they just pancaked, like the first tower pancaked. Then after a while, I was 15, 20 minutes later, the second tower pancaked. I forget the timeline exactly, but everything just was gone and thousands of people gone. And nobody knew what the heck was going on. Like the first, if it was one tower, I think a lot of people would have said pilot error, right? But when the second tower got hit, people pretty quickly figured out this is not an error. This is a deliberate attack on America. And but even at that point, those early days, people really weren't sure, who was behind it, and it took a while to figure that out. I don't need to go into the details because I'm just talking about my experience that day, but it did change the world that day. And I think the legacy of the people behind that, they are still the people that are behind a lot of what's going on in the world today that's causing problems. Terrorism was their tool back then. Terrorism is still the tool they use today. I believe, I don't have any proof, but I would not be surprised if the person that assassinated poor Charlie Kirk yesterday was connected to a terrorist organization. I would not be surprised once they catch that bugger and they start grilling him. I bet, the details will eventually come out if they can ever catch, and they better catch him. It'll come out and they'll figure out his associations eventually. And I'm going to be very interested in watching the videos of that, because I do have a couple of really good independent news channels that I watch regularly. And I'm sure as soon as they get information, they will be reporting it quite quickly.
Well, I'll get you I got some information I can share to you later there, PvP.
Thank you, Gorilla.
But let's catch up on chats.
Oh, yeah, please. There's a
Eric
lot of them.
says Malaysia joined the Joint Global Special Operations after 9/11. Well, thank you for your 5 spearmen you sent to us. No, I'm kidding, Sashi, but thank you very much. Thank you to Malaysia. Thanks for the help. I know Tonga sent the same percentage of the military for the effort.
They did. They sent like 50% of their military to the effort.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Sashi. What was it? Tonga and Togo, right? Yeah, it was Togo and Tonga.
Tonga sent they're just a little bitty thing. I just thought it was cool. They sent so much of their military to the effort. So, and I wish our leadership, don't get me wrong, I think the military did a fantastic job. I just kind of think our political leaders let all of us down. I mean, that's just my humble opinion.
Our problem is we didn't go in there, kick ass, and leave again. We went in there, we kicked their ass, we rebuilt it, then we destroyed what we built, and rebuilt it again, then destroyed it, then rebuilt it again and destroyed it. There's like a never-ending cycle.
What do you think's happening in the Middle East right now there, Gorilla? The cycle repeat. It's like doing your laundry. It's like wash, rinse, repeat, right? It goes on and on forever. It's like, I just want it to end. And I got it. I've always been in favor of Israel. I support the Israelis 100%. That's why I like America so much, because Trump is one of the few leaders in the world that has the guts and the brains to actually back Israel, the only defender of Western democracy in that part of the world right now. And if it wasn't for the backing of a guy like Trump, I don't know where we'd be going. But if Israel ever fell, God help us. God in heaven, please help us. Because I think once they finish the Israelis off, they'd be coming for us next in the Western world. And don't kid yourself. The weak governments we've got in Canada, France, UK, they are all basically pro bad guys. I'll put it that way, from what I've seen in the last year.
Yeah. And Curtis says, "I wish our leadership had been better for you, Sashi." Yeah, exactly. And DJ's going gorilla and he's saying and saluting the panel.
Hi, DJ.
Thank you, DJ.
Welcome.
DJ.
Hi, Lemon. I don't know if I said hi to Lemon.
Malaysia's Special Operations trained U.S. and Australian forces in jungle terrain to combat extremists operating in the region.
Yeah.
I thought we were pretty much only in Afghanistan, in the desert areas.
No, we were all over
they were
the
also
place.
they were also in the Philippines. There were terrorist groups in the Philippines. There were terrorist groups in Malaysia, in even in Japan. Like they, and Australia and New Zealand. So it was like a big activation. As soon as they attacked the United States, all across the world in different regions, they were all rising up. All of their extremist groups. So,
but don't forget.
He knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
Don't forget that is a legacy that is still with us today, very active. And I remember I saw a video maybe 1 or 2 months ago where some of the jihad people were saying they were going to be doing strikes in America. Within America, they were going to be doing like targeted strikes. And when I heard about Charlie Kirk yesterday, my mind went there immediately. It's like, I'm not assuming. I don't assume because I don't have any information. So I'm not saying this is true, but I'm just saying it definitely got my attention. And I started to think, is this a possibility? I have to get more information because I don't like to say anything without information. But I started to think this shooter, maybe he's got, connections with a group that's not so attractive. So time will tell. I hope they get the guy soon, though. I really hope the FBI gets him. They, by the way, did not.
I think they got a name. I think they do got a name there.
And they
do have him on CCTV camera from the university.
I saw the picture of that. Yes, and there's $100,000 reward. I think the FBI issued today for his arrest.
For the capture of him. Yeah.
Yes, $100,000. So
wow.
Yeah. And so Old Man Bird here said, DJ, play nice, dropping octaves even on 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that deep voice. Really
That's cool.
DJ's got the deepest voice I've ever heard.
Kurt says, that's cool, Sashi. And he's giving me the rock symbol to Eugenio. Eric says, I was walking across campus at college and heard people talking about a plane hitting a building. I assumed it was a small plane. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people assume there, that was just like when they hear a plane hit the tower, some pilot was drunk. Didn't know
Yeah, that's what I
going
thought at first. Exactly what I thought.
When we were in our classroom, some people said, well, this commercial plane hit one of the towers. And I said, wow, that's a big tragedy. We just thought it was, pilot error, that he made a mistake and just drifted into one and hit one. So
is there a history of small aircraft hitting the towers? Like, I guess maybe one.
There've been one or two, yeah. And I mean, it was a bad deal. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't bring the whole tower.
Well, yeah, a small plane isn't going to do enough damage to structurally damage it to that level, is it, Curtis?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. But it's interesting that Eric also mentioned it because, as I did say before on my stream earlier today, there were some pilots that were trained. Some of these terrorists were actually trained in Arizona on small pilot. I know one of the fields that they were trained at, which was close to where I used to live at the time. And I'm ashamed of that. I am still ashamed of Arizona not realizing that here's some simple Middle Eastern people that are saying, oh, I want to try out to fly a small plane, and all this other stuff.
Actually,
nobody knew what was going on.
It's just basic pilot training there. The red flag was
didn't know what it was for.
Right. Not how to fly it.
Well, back then, even though these people were all from basically Arab countries, we weren't really having a problem with the Arab world back then. I mean, things were pretty mellow, right, in those days before 9/11. And nobody was suspecting. you know, I think people assume these guys want to get pilot training to come to America and live a better life.
That's
Like
what we would have thought.
immigrants do,
That's
right?
what we all thought. That's what we all thought.
I went to college with a lot of Arabs. I didn't think, until later, I kind of wondered, hey, did that one do this or did that one do that? And I don't think they did, but at the time, all you thought was these people are just trying to learn some skills and make a better life either in America or back home.
Right.
That's all you thought.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would never try to think that all Arabs are bad people. I'm sure there's plenty of great people, but
yeah,
the trouble is the groups that are associated with their culture. There's a number of really bad people there, and until that problem is solved in one way or another, and I hope it's solved over the next few years, because I'm really getting tired of the terrorist stuff and all the attacks. And well, actually, this is interesting. Remember October 7th when they massacred a bunch of Jewish people that day?
Sadly, I do.
Okay, there's a documentary that just opened. I think it's in Toronto. It's a documentary about that October 7th massacre, right, of the Jewish people. And they're actually doing the documentary film is showing a lot of that footage, right, at the theater there. Guess what's happening outside the theater?
Massive protest.
Massive protest for pro-Hamas people saying, don't side with Israel, go for humanity, or wearing T-shirts like that's stupid, right? It's like, do you think there was humanity being happening that day when Hamas went in and killed men, women, and children and burned babies in their cribs? Like, that's humanity for you people? Sorry, I don't mean to rant, but I get really angry with this stuff, man.
Yeah. All right, so while you calm down here, Sashi says, of course, politicians use the incident to give credence to laws of detention without trial. That'd be like our Patriot Act.
Woo!
I have to run into danger. Some of us have to run into danger because we have to help. You have it or you don't.
Right.
No. But the thing that day, if you ran into danger, you would have the debris. There was a lot of asbestos, I believe, in those buildings that was flying through the air. If you were breathing that stuff in, you weren't going to be doing helping anything. You'd be going to the hospital later.
Yeah.
I would, being a look at what happened. A lot of first responders lost their lives due to cancer and stuff afterwards, right? And it's because of all the toxic building materials in the Twin Towers. And, I felt so bad for those wonderful, dedicated, noble people that were there to just save other lives. And they paid the ultimate price for their heroism. And, so it's like, you got to caution, common sense with your good intentions. Yes, you want to go, you want to help, but you might not be able to help because you might just end up not being well. So you have to balance out your thoughts there, DJ.
Yeah. And he'll think about coming up. I went through a whole class and not even the professor knew yet. But my next class, my violin teacher who lived in New York told me, and he still gave me the violin lesson in Defiance, and I agreed.
Nice.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. That's what you can do in Defiance.
Well, that was considering music. That very night, of course, Sting was supposed to do, the singer was supposed to do a special concert in his place there in Tuscany. And it's, just a certain group of friends and things like that. Well, one of his best friends when he went solo was Kenny Kirkland. He was the keyboardist, and he was in one of the towers when it went down. So he discussed this with the band. He said, hey, should we do this show or not? And it was supposed to be a pay-per-view event, so it was supposed to be on cable. And he said, no, we're going to do this. And he says, we're going to do it for free. So I got to watch the entire concert later that night on my local PBS station. Yeah. And I still have it to this day. I have it downloaded. So,
hey, Eugene, you can budge in and just say that.
What's that?
You just got to budge your way in.
You're welcome.
Thank you, PvP, for reminding us about the weight of the horse that day. I think it's important for us to be reminded. It's kind of like watching a horror film.
Absolutely.
I agree.
You're very welcome. As one of the senior members of the community, I feel it's actually my duty to try and inform people of the history that I have actually lived through and witnessed in my increasingly long life.
Well, just say you're the oldest on the panel, PvP. It just makes it a lot easier.
I'm not the oldest, though. I think is Phantom Booster older than me. I think he might be.
Well, PvP,
no, I'm 60. I know Boone is like 63. So
yeah. Well, PvP, since you're elder, can you remind us the horrors of the Civil War?
No!
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. I'm not quite that old.
Who wants to live?
Eric says the most real part of it was the silence outside and in the air.
I think if I had been an American back then, I probably would have voted for Abraham. I probably would have voted for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, PvP, do you remember in Canada at the time, Suzanne does, she remembers at the Gander Air Force Base there in Newfoundland that the Americans were using out.
Gosh.
Yeah,
I have a video on YouTube all prepared. I was going to put it in the private chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Gander,
they flew all over Canada too.
The weird thing is, the only good video I could find about it was something 3 years ago posted by an Australian news channel. That kind of shows you how clueless our mainstream media in Canada is these days. But
for sure.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, Captain Boone, can you read this one for us?
Who?
Captain Boone.
Well, first I want to ask, who is 63?
You are.
No, I'm 62.
No!
Well, so you're getting close to 63.
Who's 69?
I'm 67.
You are not. You are not, Jay.
69! Whoa!
Well, I'm
no. PvP is the one. PvP is the one that's
who is 69?
Oh boy!
Is that like who's on first?
What's on second?
What's on?
I'm always on hand.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta go tell the neighbor's dog to shut the hell
up.
Okay.
Oh, right on. Gorilla has a mission in life now.
Yeah, he needs to use his chloroform on more than just his children.
Gorilla must be like you know that Christmas movie where the Christmas Story where he's always got to go and fight the dogs next door.
Yeah,
I think that's Gorilla's life. Actually, some days, he's got to go shut those dogs up.
I love how Aravic is quoting Trek. He says, "We keep infighting while the Vulcans are rolling their eyes and waiting."
Well, if the Vulcans I really wouldn't want the Vulcans here to land at this time period because they would just leave. You know what they'd probably do? They'd probably leave and they'd radio the Klingons and say, "Hey, this planet's more what you guys want."
Exactly.
Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here.
Yeah, it's right for the taking. Klingons take over. They probably tell their Romulan cousins too to do the same thing.
Oh, the D7s would fly over our cities and we'd be done in a day. Let's face it.
I'd rather we'd be done in 6 hours.
I hate to say this, but I wonder if the Klingons might be better masters to us than some of the people who've been governing us before. I would say before Trump, anyway.
Well, they don't take prisoners.
Good God, Mikey, 6 hours. Suzanne would be worn out.
Woo! All right, which one we got the channel taken down? Was it you, Eugene?
Yes.
All right, no,
it was Jay. It was Jay. Jay said it. I didn't say nothing.
Is that going back to the 69ing happening?
All right, we got about 20 chats here. Arabic says we keep infighting while the Vulcans are rolling their eyes and waiting. Exactly. In Southeast Asia, it was J.I. Not going to spell it out. Might get flagged. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them. I saw a Dateline episode about that. They were even in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I've never heard any of that.
Actual extremist group there. Yeah, no, he's right. Because I saw the Dateline. I saw the same Dateline NBC episode. So. Yes.
Yeah, and Arabic says how many octaves? Multiple. The human voice can range 2.
Hey, I can range 3.
Have you heard about Freddie Mercury?
Well, Freddie
Hey,
did
what's
fuck.
Name that
Hey,
tune
what's this they
in
tried
Who's
to hit
Florida.
that?
that?
All right. Hey, what's this they tried to
Pretty
hit the
sure
UN?
to
I
get
don't
hit one
remember
of those
this.
Ewok guys.
Hey, guys, what's this they tried to hit the UN? I don't remember it.
I have
Well,
not heard that.
No, well, wait a second.
Never
There's
heard
this
that one.
recent documentary that's out there saying that there was supposed to be a fifth plane. The fifth plane was either going to go hit the UN or the building that's attached to it, but it never happened. Like the fifth, they stopped the terrorists that were supposed to do this
Well,
mysterious fifth plane.
Third plane was the Pentagon, right? When they hit
Yeah, and the fourth plane was supposed to be the Capitol or
Pentagon.
White House.
Yeah, and the fourth one was headed for the White House. The United in '93
Luckily,
crashed in
those
Shanksville. So, yeah.
brave passengers managed to disable the terrorists and bring the plane down, right?
They did. God
Yeah, he
bless.
says.
Well, they didn't. They disabled one of them, and they decided to head to nosedive as far as they could, as fast as they could into the ground.
But they did save a lot of lives, probably those brave.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
And Old Man Bird here says, "Wait till you hear DJ play nights. It's like Mariah Carey and verse there." No. No. I got a better analogy. Think Josh Turner, only sexier.
Oh,
I never found Mariah Carey sexy. I gotta be honest.
did.
Well, I wasn't talking about Mariah Carey.
When I was younger and she was younger, yeah, I did. Now it's kind of like, okay, I'm over it.
Yeah, she's a has-been. Come on.
Well, Curtis, we could just go by my coworker's philosophy there.
Oh God.
A hole's a hole.
No. You said no. Never fuck crazy is what you said.
I wonder who will get this response.
Shut up, Jay.
Ice baby. Boom, bada, boom, boom.
Oh,
Boom,
God.
boom, boom, bada,
Daniel,
boom, boom.
Daniel, if you're still here, you got to read your own. Go, Daniel. Read it.
Oh yeah, sorry. So I read to this day, 9/11 is still claiming lives. People who were there that day are still dying of lung cancer and other things like COPD because they breathed in all those chemicals when the buildings collapsed. Yeah, I read that.
The air's fine to breathe. You guys go out. The air's fine to breathe.
No, it's not.
Take the EPA for that one.
I could say that's possible, definitely, because sometimes it takes years to get COPD and stuff, right? It take a long time to develop. So yeah.
Well, there was one of my ex-wives was in a prayer group that appeared in New York City a year after the event happened. And even then they said like, oh, the chemicals and everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of them caught, any of that emphysema type, chemicals or blockers or anything like that. I wouldn't have been surprised at all.
I mean, they were right in there, like right.
Yeah, well, they were right there. That's what I said, Daniel. They were right there.
Did you ever see the video of Nick Cage where they actually went into the building?
Oh God!
What movie was that?
And they went into the basement and actually pulled some people out alive. Like, I'm not sure the historical accuracy of that, but I did remember watching that.
Yeah,
and
but
it's no wonder those guys got illness after going right into that toxic environment, right?
Well, what's that movie called?
So,
I can't remember the title.
Yeah. Let's see. Kirk's I turned 62 today, still 14 at heart. Still happy birthday again. Been to Gander many times. How about Deep on time dinosaurs ruled the earth? Yeah. Happy inside birthday to you, Herc.
Yeah, happy inside birthday.
Boomer 73. He's calling us
Boomer 73 babies. Oh my God. Okay, Boomer. Whatever. 73. Okay.
The Bumpus Hounds.
That's it. The Bumpus Hounds. Yeah,
that's it.
Kirk's thinking Old Man Bird. It's been a crazy day to have a birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother. So.
Channel to get off by one energy girl.
Did I miss something here?
No, Sasha. I just go and tell the dog go home, and then every once in a while my neighbor will drop off a gas cart for me.
Yeah, and you just throw a steak over the fence too, right, Grilling?
Right.
Well, I'm not gonna waste perfectly good steak on that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't waste meat.
You just throw the part of the steak that you burned in the pan too long, and the dog doesn't care.
Well, how shitty of a cook do you think I am? I don't burn steak. I mean, I may burn a few of the cheaper shit, but steak is one of the things I don't burn.
I
No,
just hit, I hit a
Gorilla,
sore
Gorilla.
spot. I'll
All right, but
remember
I
that
want
for
to
future reference.
I want
Okay.
to circle back on something here that we said earlier.
Okay.
Mikey, you were talking about the '93 attacks.
Yes,
There's
sir.
actually a
Yeah.
firefighter in New York who was responding to the '93 attacks, and he looked
Right.
at one of his partners there and goes, "They're going to be back." So he got blueprints for the building. He kept them in his locker ever since, and that was
Holy
one of the
shit.
things that helped save people that day. But the biggest problem that we had on 9/11 is the firefighters were so focused on getting up and fighting the fire that they're kind of blocking some of the staircases instead of focusing on just getting people out and getting people away from the buildings there.
Yeah.
They're trying to do their duty to go fight the fire instead of just
Mhm.
get people out.
The number
Yeah.
one should have been evacuation. Number two should have been firefighting. But the trouble is, once again, I'm going back to the diagrams that I've looked at over the years for the building, for the architects that designed the Twin Towers, and they actually claimed it was like it could not fall. They said it's so
Well,
reinforced it cannot fall even if a plane hits it.
well,
And
PvP, they said the Titanic was unsinkable also.
that's my point. We just watched Titanic the other week, Gorilla, and it's the Titanic's arrogance again. People, the human race has not a terribly bad habit of doing it all the time, but occasionally the human race falls back into the arrogance of saying, okay, because human minds designed this, it cannot fail. And I have never seen one thing in my entire life that was foolproof. Everything can fail. Maybe not God in heaven. Okay, because
between heaven
But
and
it was,
hell.
yeah, but it was that arrogance. But if you all agree, gentlemen, it was that arrogance that gave us that false sense of security in the first place.
Well,
exactly.
the problem is that when they say that the plane could take it down, they're thinking that it'd be a tired pilot with an empty fuselage and everything, not fully fueled up airplanes either.
Right.
What they should have done in '93, though, after that first attack in the parking garage with the van, they should have, the American FBI, CIA, whatever agency you want to put that on, they should have started doing investigations immediately because they had years to try and figure out. I mean, they knew the guy. They caught the guy. They knew the guy. They must have known what country he came from, what groups he was affiliated and working for.
Yeah.
Why didn't they follow up and try to find the connection? This guy had connections. They couldn't find connections. It's like,
PvP, don't forget, back in '93, I have 4 words for you. Bill Clinton, liberal Democrat, was in charge.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah, his nurse.
Like
Yeah.
Bill just said, you want to believe in the goodness of humanity, man. They got a tough job, the CIA and FBI. Wow.
But I mean, they should do their job, and
They didn't.
I think those agencies are not about believing in goodness; they're about in finding the truth. If there's a threat to America, they are investigative agencies that should go out and investigate. That's their job.
Suzanne says hello to everybody in both chats.
Hi,
both,
Suzanne.
Hey there, Suzanne. Boy.
Oh yeah, Suzanne, where were you? Let's ask my wife. Where were you when he went in?
Where was she in 9/11?
Yeah, she's telling you right now. Go ahead.
I was in Toronto at the time.
And what happened when you saw it?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Not every day you see an airplane go into a building.
Right. Yeah.
Then we knew it wasn't a mistake.
Right.
And all you could do is pray for those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to see that, babe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone had to see that.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Well, we were all in shock. Yeah.
Yeah.
And angry.
Eugene, I had a question for you. You said you put something in the chat way at the beginning. You guys went to was it ThreatCon 3? What exactly is that to us civilians?
Yeah, what was that for the Air Force there, sir?
It's not very impressive. My part of the military, I went to war once, but what am I trying to say? That is called a ThreatCon Bravo. All the bases started for terrorism stuff, there's DEF-CON for like a nuclear war and shit, right?
Right.
Then there's a ThreatCon was more like for terrorists and stuff. And there's like the military, because we're stupid, we have to write down everything in advance and plans and stuff so that they say some code, what the kind of like at Walmart or the hospital or something where they say code yellow or something. And in this case, it was just we locked the base down where they were checking the IDs going into every building. And
wait, they didn't check IDs beforehand?
Yeah, didn't they check them beforehand?
No, coming on base they did. But once you're in the base, you can do anything you want, and unless the police know you. But people, if you're doing something flaky, someone would call the cops and they'll come out and visit you.
Right.
Does that happen? Did that happen a lot? Be like when people acting flaky?
Well, yeah, it happens sometimes. I was in public relations, and so if there's a problem with somebody in the public mess up, I'd sometimes have to go out. But if you see somebody look like they're casing a building or something weird like that, something odd, and you may know this is on the military bases, they don't let us have the guns, unless it's wartime. Nobody's armed virtually except for the cops.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you. What is the worst or weirdest punishment you ever seen someone get? Like I've seen someone they got in trouble for something. They had to mop the flight deck in the pouring rain, or another person smuggled a watch into boot camp there. So they made him sit in the garbage can, and every time someone at top of the garbage can, he had to pop up and tell them what time it was in Zulu. What was the worst one you've seen, or the most creative punishment?
Cutting the grass with toenail clippers.
What the guy do?
So there was these. It was kind of like a basic training situation. And I was in the too, and then I kind of went another. I was at the United States Naval Academy, and there was these two tennis balls. Can I have 20 seconds to explain this?
Yeah. Sorry, Gorilla. Yeah, I mean, I would think it'd be okay.
Yeah.
I need to hear.
So there were two tennis balls, and they took a marker and they painted a black squares on one, and that was called General Grenade. And they painted stars with the marker on the other, and that was Admiral Ball. So if you see Admiral Ball, you had to jump and salute and give a reporting statement. And if you see General Grenade, you're supposed to jump on them to save your buddies. So the fellow, they threw Admiral Ball in the room, but he jumped on it thinking it was a General Grenade. So this is to teach you like attention to detail, right? And they said, "Oh, you killed Admiral Balls. You have to call his wife and tell him." And they put him in the shower. He's in uniform. He said, "Don't forget to dial the number." And they turned the shower on and sprayed him. Then they made him go outside and cut grass with toenail clippers.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
Hey, Eugene, do you remember? I'm trying to remember what did the country go at as far as DEF-CON when the second tower was hit? Did we go to DEF-CON 2, or were we at 3, or where were we at?
I don't know, Mikey. So many times, when we're talking about the military, you guys know more than I do.
Well, we're always at DEF-CON 3. I don't think they issued a DEF-CON 2 because we knew it wasn't like a nuclear power that hit us. We knew it was a bunch of
right. Because if they had hit a nuclear power plant, then we probably would have gone to DEF-CON 2. That's probably true.
I see people talking in the chat about how quiet it was when they grounded all the planes, and for a few days you didn't hear planes in the air.
I didn't hear planes for 2 weeks. They had nothing flying over Arizona.
If once we go backstage, I wish Gorilla would play that a video about how all the planes landed in Canada.
Most of them did.
Because pretty much all of them. Well, American airspace got closed, so the planes in flight were all diverted to Canada. I think some might have landed in Vancouver, maybe somewhere in the prairies, but a large part, what's famous is the Gander, Newfoundland story, where dozens of planes landed, and the people. It's not a big town, right? It's not a big city, and it's not a huge airport, but there was dozens of planes landed, and the people of that town took every American into their home. They fed them. They gave them a place to sleep. They gave them refuge for as many days as was needed. And that's why I get very upset when people diss Canada, because Canada's a damn good neighbor. The country's screwed up now. We got a very bad government on a lot of levels. But
We have a
back
very
then,
bad man. A very bad
back
man.
24 years, we still had good government, and they knew how to do the right thing. They immediately, as soon, what was it? Bush was the president then. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
Bush was the president.
Junior.
It was
Yeah, we
Bush,
had-
right? Bush Jr.
Yeah,
As
Bush
soon as
Jr.
they got the call from the White House, we need your help, because they just wanted to get planes out of the American airspace, because they thought the American, who knows, they thought maybe missiles were going to come in or something, right? At that point, like it was like panic time. So we took all the American planes into Canada, gave them refuge, and we were a good neighbor, and we're still a good neighbor, even though our government sucks right now. But
Yeah,
the
agreed.
citizens, us common folks, us little peasants on the ground here, we're still goodwill neighbors to the American people that we love, right? Because I wouldn't be on here talking to all my American friends if I didn't have respect for them. So if you
We
want to
respect
show
you
that
too.
if you got a couple minutes after the I know you can't show it up here because you'll get copy thingy, but
Yeah. Let's catch up
Go
on
ahead.
chats real quick.
Yeah. please.
Chan, we get off of 67 currently staying for at least for the lost use. No, that's not logical.
No, that's not logical.
They could colonize Earth a little. Just a wee little speech.
Yeah, they could.
Just a wee little speech. DJ's telling her happy birthday. Yes, terrorists before 9/11. Yeah, I never heard anything about that.
I did.
DJ's
they were lurking.
Yeah.
In the late 80s or 90s, they did an attempt. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. When
Right,
we're
right.
talking about singing, check out Dimash Kad.
Well, okay, wait. Dimash
Kudaibergen.
Kudaibergen from Kazakhstan. Yeah.
I can't pronounce it, so I don't know if I want to listen to it.
I pronounced it for you. I helped you.
Mikey,
Yeah, but I can't pronounce it.
I'm sure you have all his albums, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
but I have heard his singing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a very diversified musician. I
Mikey,
accept all forms of music.
Yeah.
Mikey, you're the only man that can make me ashamed of my knowledge of music in the world.
Oh, I'm sure you know more music than me.
Yeah,
I got 7 years of experience.
And after we start suggesting Baby Girl, It's Raining Men, he's rescinding his offer for a karaoke stream.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to hear "Never Let You Down."
Gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
And Eric says, "Please no, here comes Mariah Carey's Xmas song."
Oh God, no! Please, no.
Yeah,
Hey,
Eric says,
maybe Curtis, you could do a greatest hits medley of really crappy Madonna songs, because
especially
No.
and Eric says, especially for first responders. Yeah, Curtis says, I will check that out, Sashi. Hot who Mariah's a Santa bodysuit.
Woo!
Just cut out the greenish blue part.
Oh,
What greenish blue part are you? I don't know. It's hubris. Everything that's made can be taken out.
Ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
Gorilla said hubris.
And history shows again and again how nature points out the folly of men. Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Okay,
Yep,
that's a Blue Oyster Cult reference to one of their albums, and it's a good song, actually.
Are you sure it's not the Blue Oyster Bar?
No, it's Blue Oyster Cult. They started in
It's
the late
Blue Oyster
60s.
Cult, not the Blue Oyster Bar from Police Academy.
You guys are
Nice
making me
try there,
hungry
Gorilla.
now.
It was not that perverted back when they started their band, Gorilla.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Eric says, "Yep, the hubris." And the next one is all these spaceships they're trying to do next.
They're trying to do spaceships?
We got a long way going from spaceships, man. That's going to take a long time.
All right, Daniel, read this one.
Daniel, that's
Hold on a second. Bill Clinton was a real humanitarian.
Oh yeah,
I hope you're being sarcastic on that one, Daniel.
He loved human women, all right. He was a humanitarian.
Yeah, I used to think that too, Dan, when I was kind of young and more naive, but
Yeah,
I can't
just
agree
look up
with
the
that
Clinton
anymore.
death list there, Daniel. You'll change your perspective.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bill,
you're being
Bill was
sarcastic.
I'm
not,
not that
not the
naive.
great guy he everybody thought he was.
Yeah. Hey, Eugene, you want to read this one?
Yeah, go ahead, Eugene.
Oh yeah, this is responsible to Arabic was talking about
Yeah.
those things we've been seeing the videos of, and I'm just curious if they're
Right.
aliens or hoaxes, or is it military stuff that we don't know about?
Hey, I do got a question for you. I've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of videos on the like for some reason it's fascinating watching these pimple popping videos and these things that we can see very close all the bumps and everything on the skin, but whenever it comes to UFO, we get this grainy gray picture. What the hell's up with that? I thought the military is supposed to have top of the line stuff. What's up with that?
Yeah.
I can watch videos of them popping and pulling ingrown hairs out. You can see every bump on their skin, but when it comes to a UFO, it's all all grainy thing. Like I see clear pictures of Bigfoot.
I was in public relations, and I was told there's instructions from the Pentagon for certain questions, and when people ask about UFOs, you're supposed to say, the Air Force investigated this in the 60s. We produced a report, Project Blue Book, and
Project Blue Book, yeah.
right here and get a copy.
Or you can watch a TV series
to keep secrets.
Wait,
So
Eugene,
I don't know.
you know who ran that project was J. Allen Hynek, and J. Allen Hynek only said that about 5%, less than 5%, were unidentified aerial phenomenon, which they call them now UAP.
But that still doesn't answer the question. The grainy picture we get there.
But
what about the tic tac that the Navy pilots had going along the?
I have a
in the recent years. I mean, with tic tacs.
I have a gorilla
across
question.
the ocean.
Gorilla question. What was the source of the really crappy grainy video, Gorilla?
The government.
Was it really the government? Official government website?
Officially.
Or some clownfish, on YouTube that doesn't.
Okay, the person on the YouTube pulled it directly from the government.
But did he pull the direct video, or did he fuzz it out before he posted it?
No, this is Tim Pool we're talking.
Here, pull my finger.
No.
Yeah. Arabic has given us the Vulcan salute, and Daniel says it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Bill was presented with an opportunity to take out Bin Laden, and he declined. Yeah, that's one of those though. But was he responsible for anything at the time when he was offered that?
He was
president.
He was actually on the radar. Well, let me explain it because I know about some of the administration. He was on the radar, okay, with the FBI, with the CIA, even Interpol. They knew that this guy was starting to build up in the community, and they didn't even really call them terrorists. It was just more of insurrectionists and extremists, and he was starting to build in that. So, he was starting to move up the ranks. Clinton knew about it, but Clinton wouldn't do anything about it. That was the whole deal. He wouldn't do anything because he didn't feel that Bin Laden was too dangerous, to live.
Was Clinton the guy when they had that Yugoslavian massacre war happening?
Oh yeah, you mean the Serbia-Montenegro one thing?
Yeah,
Serbia, Serbs and Croats.
Serbs, Croats, and Montenegro. There was like 3 groups in that, right? If I remember.
Yes.
That's Croatia,
Serbia, and Montenegro. Yes.
That was I remember. Believe it or not, even back then, I was watching the news and I was horrified. I was horrified. I thought that was probably one of the most disgusting wars in modern times since WW2. There was genocide happening there with some groups. I'm going to say it. I'm going to state it. What some groups did to other groups, they'd go into a town. Okay, I remember this. I remember this distinctly. They'd go into a town of the other, the different ethnic group, and they'd knock on the door and they'd say, okay, you have a choice. You can kill your neighbor's family or we'll kill your family.
For real?
Guys, what a choice. What a choice when you're dancing your door in the morning. Like, You can kill yourself and your family, or you can kill your neighbor's family.
Are you for real?
That's exactly what I saw in the videos I watched. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
There were some terrible things going on.
They
I
were.
don't know
a lot of
That was the Serbs, I believe, propagating that horror, if I remember correctly. And what was? Oh, I remember the Serb. Remember the Serb commander's last name? I remember his last name still was Ratso. Ratso. And I was thinking, wow, what a perfect name for a guy doing this kind of murder. And then eventually they captured him and sent him to the World Corp and convicted his ass eventually, right?
But that was Miloslav Radoslovich.
All right, guys.
Well, his nickname was Ratso. I remember Mikey seeing.
I remember his name though.
Boomer here wanted me to share this with you guys.
Okay, let's see. Whoa! Somebody's on fire.
Yeah, but I don't think Charlie's on fire tonight. I think you should have
didn't start the fire.
That wasn't Charlie. That was Rick Ashley.
Oh my God! Wow.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see. Force protection condition. FP Con Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. All right.
Epsilon.
Yeah. Yom Kippur War. 1973. Edwards hits DEFCON 2 with one armed aircraft on base, as far as we know.
Wow. During that Israel-Egypt war. Yeah.
That was two. Yeah. Those Israel versus I can't remember who, but it was Israel was one of the combatants.
It was Israel and Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Interesting thing with Israel, and don't forget, it was the Western nations that basically established the Israeli state, right? They plunked it in there.
Yep.
It wasn't the Jewish people that said, "Oh, we want to go here." After the Holocaust, and don't forget, 8 million people murdered. It's not a light thing, and I'm so tired of people that deny that was real. And I'm tired of people. When I ever hear somebody who says Israel is committing genocide against Palestinians, my head could explode. I'm so mad because it's like, one, they are not. If they strike a target, they are surgical, and they generally warn the civilian population a day ahead to get the hell out because we are going to do a strike on your area. And if I was a civilian, I would take that very seriously because I know Israel don't F around. They do not, because they're defending their survival. Please let me finish. But, it's like, man, it's like, I'm so tired of this. And it's like the wars have been going on for years, and every time a war has happened, it's been the Arab states that have launched it against Israel. What was the 1948 war, the 6-day war where Israel just kicked everybody's ass? They didn't want that. They didn't ask for that. That was forced upon them, and they defended their country like I would want my country to respond and defend in the same way. And don't forget, too, Israel has offered a two-state solution over the years numerous times to the Arabs.
Yeah.
The Arabs have always refused and walked away every time. That tells me something. They don't want peace. They want the opposite of peace. Anyway, I'm sorry for the diatribe, guys. I'm sorry.
I want to catch up on chats. We are
keep going there.
Chat.
Weirdest tech I witnessed was a dude going at someone with a potted plant.
That's weird.
That is really weird. I can't see that.
Hey, Sashi, really I'll take your potted plant and raise you a ceramic squirrel.
Oh God, a ceramic squirrel? Wow.
Yeah, some wife caught her husband with another woman there, so she stabbed him with the ceramic squirrel.
Yikes.
Wow. No,
I've
seen a lot of weird weapons.
I'll take your ceramic squirrel and go with the rolling pin. That's what my neighbors go after.
Nah, that's more like the first thing the wife grabbed out of the kitchen drawer. The ceramic squirrel takes a little bit more effort and thought.
I guess so. It does. Yeah, Eugene. Right?
Yeah.
Mikey, do you ever
Don't forget
really
the green
think that
dildos.
frying pans
Oh,
secure?
no, that's not an attack on someone. That's just. But think what? Has anybody thrown a green dildo lately at one of those women basketball games? I haven't heard about it for a while. Because I was thinking of start placing bets and paying $5 for a ticket and going and throwing one out there. You can even bet on the color. Even on the poly market, you can bet on the color was going to get thrown. So I could have went and bought a red one there, paid the $5 for the thing there. I could have made some big money.
How much does that cost to get in a basketball game, though?
NBA, it's about $80-$90 to, or depending on where your seats are, it could be $200. A WNBA game.
You're going to spend like $200 to throw a dildo on.
Wait, don't let me finish. I said that was the NBA. No, the WNBA, it's about $5.
Well, I've seen close to the court less than $20, Gorilla. Suzanne and I went to a Phoenix Mercury game.
Well, how many years ago was that?
Even though some moments were exciting, the rest of it was watching paint dry. So,
how many years ago was that?
Not too long ago, before I came here to Canada.
Yeah. No, see, Chris
fact,
is
it was about
laughing.
8 years ago, 7 years ago. So,
And he's giving us a YouTube channel. What you put
there
in
we
there?
go, Curtis.
What
was that, Curtis, that you put in?
I have no idea.
What? Where? How? What? Oh,
You
yeah,
put
it was something that somebody shared. Oh, that's the Dimash. Quite a bargain.
Oh, his music.
Music, yeah. That's his YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Curtis, did you put in the Dark Shadows link for everybody for tomorrow?
Yeah, I need to get. I'll get set up and
So,
set
by
up
the way, I apologize, Curtis. I would have probably looked into. I wasn't planning on any stream last night on Wednesday, and that we all know what happened, and I was so messed up. And I would have picked up my Dark Shadow episodes yesterday, and I still haven't done them, but I'll try to get them done tonight. And I'll message you tonight before I go to bed on Facebook.
No stress. No stress. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, this has been a horrible week. This has been, I just think, okay, this is correct. I'm going out there, but what happened to Charlie yesterday was like the 9/11 of our decade.
No, I thought this is our MLB or MLK moment.
It was our MLK moment.
It's the same thing. It's like something. It's like such a major attack on American freedom and discourse. And all Charlie did was wanted to talk to young people and try to educate them, encourage them to be more intelligent, encourage them to not have opinions that were, banged into their heads by, left-wing professors and whoever, to go out, look at the wide range of intellectual information on the internet and the world, learn about history, learn about culture, learn about your society. That's the only thing Charlie was trying to do with these kids. And some idiot shot him dead because he was trying to be a good man. And I'm sorry, every time I talk about Charlie, I go in an angry rant. I apologize, but damn, it's going to take me a long time. I do think this is a big one, though. Nothing this big has happened in a long time. You know what scares me too? It's a lot of the lefties seem to they're praising this. They're enjoying over it, which really scares me.
Yeah. Eugene, you want to read yours here?
Yeah, go ahead, Eugene.
You've got a lot to go. We could skip over it. Just saying that everyday people, I met a lot of brave people, just as brave as people in the military. There's really no difference, and that's what the military is made of.
Well, I just want to tell you, Eugene, we lost 51 soldiers in Afghanistan, the Afghanistan mission. The last one we lost was actually a female in combat. So that hit especially hard. But yeah, I think there's, if the assholes haven't they probably have torn it down by now, but the Canadian government did put up a memorial to the soldiers that served and sacrificed. But you know what really makes me angry about the Afghanistan war is how we just pulled out and gave up after a while. And I felt sorry because it seemed like for a while we might have had a chance of getting that country. I mean, I wasn't ever dreaming they'd be a democracy, but I was dreaming they might be like some kind of, mediocrely rational state that would listen to their citizens. But it seems like they backslide into the past, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Missy
Steve
Sashi,
Gorilla.
thank you from Australia. The problem was that they infiltrated both the northern and southern borders of the U.S.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite following that one, but
Yeah, the African embassy bombings were in '98 were by the same group. Oh, was it?
Yes.
Curtis, have all been interesting tribute. Thank you so much for sharing your memories of service.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Yeah, thanks, Lizzie, and welcome Trip to our
Trap
Dr.
Spider.
Spider.
It's been a minute since I saw you.
Sorry we didn't get to say
I
hi
don't
to you
know.
sooner here. And he says all kinds of music. Lizzie Armstrong, the Malaysian Armed Forces, does a lot with the ANZAC forces since we fought together in World War II.
Anzac, yeah.
Yeah. It's scurvy pie with the knowledge. And howdy. And yes, Sashi, many of my friends in the special forces.
I had a few friends in special forces.
Welcome MKHC 2005. He goes,
Tim, thank you.
My 9/11 story. I lived under the Dulles Airport flight path of 9/11 and may have heard American Airlines Flight 77 fly over my house. Oh,
wow.
And Lizzie says my granddad was a runner in World War One.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Daniel?
What?
Daniel? Go ahead and read it.
All right. These aliens, like the Greys or the blue ones, and the others, I hear they could be us from the future, like future humans.
I've heard the theories.
Maybe.
I have heard the theories.
Yeah.
That would be like so cool. That means time travel actually exists. That means you can actually go into the past.
But it was more of a dimensional.
Okay, if you got a functioning time travel where I can go back to the 1960s.
Yeah, somewhere here in the Canadian government, there has to
I'm
be a
going back
secret
there
time
like yesterday, man.
I'm just saying there has to be a secret time machine where we can go backwards somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody has it in storage.
Oh, I love this comment here from DJ. Leave it to drill the draw parallel between Dr. Pimple Popper and alien spacecraft.
That's why we love
by the
you.
way, I didn't want to do this right next to Kirk thing, but this seems like the perfect time. We do got a new updated photo of the next Rick Ashley.
What are we going? Oh no!
This is the performance, and Kirsten is going to give us a Rick Ashley.
Let's see, Rick Astley.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Never gonna give you off. Never gonna let you down.
I'm glad I get copyright strike. You guys keep singing that.
Okay, that's not his lyrics. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Lizzie Armstrong. Australia had an air base in Malaysia until the 80s. We still use the facility after they left. Well, cool. And stuff like that is discussed in congressional hearings. Well, that's the stuff I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was before when he showed you that first thing. Yeah, where he was in flames in hell.
Yeah. And Daniel's hot topics there. It's only the Ferengi, duh.
The Ferengi, duh.
Yeah, but
actually, that's a great
give land here, and they give us all their acquisition rules.
Yeah. I had an interview in DC a week after 9/11. It was a ghost town down there. Since I didn't drive, my mom took me. We stopped by to see the Pentagon from the military-only gas station.
Wow. That was number one. He's got a second.
Yeah, and the one thing with this, the Pentagon, they wanted to have that section rebuilt by the next anniversary there. And they came up with so many new construction techniques that we still use to this day. Like, the plumber's here to go, but the electricity's not. Well, the electricity can figure out, run the pipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And do this and do that. That sounds like hell.
Yeah, I heard a crazy conspiracy theory that there was an actual missile that hit the Pentagon rather than a plane. I can honestly tell you it was an airplane.
Oh, that's what you get for
An
listening
actual
to
airplane.
See, that's what you get for listening to Reddit retards.
Exactly.
The thing is, I found the Pentagon attack personally more personal than the Twin Towers. I mean, that was horrific, but I was in Washington, D.C. 4 years earlier, and, I drove by the Pentagon to the JFK Memorial where I watched, I went to the memorial, the military cemetery there, and I saw JFK's eternal flame and, next to Jackie. And, the weird thing was I walked a little ways down and Robert Kennedy's grave was only marked by a tiny little wooden cross.
Wow.
Which actually shocked me because for a man that famous with his political connections, it was like a foot long little tiny wooden cross. And I was like so impressed that a man of that stature would be that humble to just have something so simple marking his grave. I was so impressed with that. And but I'm just getting back to my Pentagon story. I drove by the Pentagon twice that day to go back and forth to see the cemetery there, which I did want to see because I wanted to pay homage to some of my American heroes, of course, right? And that was very personal. When they attacked the Pentagon 4 years later, I was like, damn it. I drove past that side of the building, I think, where the plane hit. That was very personal to me. I felt like I was being attacked that day when those buggers did that to the plane. So anyway, I'm sorry. I go off on tangents. I'm sorry.
All right, let's check. And that sounds California. My writings and academic studies is with those topics, Sashi.
Oh.
And Tim says, two, which overlooked the Pentagon from it. Okay. Tim's getting flowers and prayers. PvP sounds about right. That was from something he said 15 minutes ago.
Thank
the
you.
one in Iran, maybe? Or about the current war that's connected to Iran?
Iran's connected to all of this.
Sadly true.
Yeah.
Why do you think Israel attacked Iran like big time a couple months back?
Hey, welcome, August. It's been a minute. Welcome.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not sure about the.
That's one hell of a hat, I gotta say.
And Kirby says, I've heard 6 million, but it was bad, obviously. It was closer to the 6 mil, August, and hey. What were you talking about, the 6 million?
I don't know what they're talking about.
Israel versus Egypt and Syria with a few other Arab countries sending troops. Yeah, he says Israel wants this two-state solution. That's not true. I've heard it both ways.
Israel has offered numerous times for a 6-state solution, and the Arab countries have rejected them every fucking time. Is it not too hard to look up this fact on the internet and read history? You do not promote lies. I'm tired of people. I'm sorry. I don't like to be rude to people, but I will not tolerate people that are telling untruths anymore. Not after yesterday. Not after Charlie Kirk. Not after Charlie. I'm going to be a warrior for the right now. I'm sorry.
No, I just heard some sad breaking news. There was a deliberate attempt. Yeah, well, up here in Toronto or Richmond Hill, Ontario, there was a 70-year-old man who was under house arrest, not very far from a daycare center. He paid $25,000 to go on bail. He goes and deliberately runs into a daycare center. One child dead and 2 children injured.
That happened yesterday. I saw the
That's terrible.
No, it happened earlier today.
Did I share the Pierre Poilievre conservative leader video about the Liberals' catch and release program with you guys?
Mm-hmm.
You shared it with me. I know you shared it with me.
Yeah, you already shared it with us.
Mikey.
Yeah.
I know there was another one.
Their policy
I remember reading that yesterday.
Their policy is you can be the worst repeat offender in history. we'll catch you and we'll release you within 24 hours to go back and do more harm to citizens.
Right.
And Paulier, well, you got to watch his speech. It's not long. First, he starts his speech with a condolence to Charlie Kirk's family and his kids. Classy. This is the opposition leader of the Conservatives. I have not heard one word of our Prime Minister of the Liberal Party with condolences to Charlie Kirk and his family. Not one damn word. Does that tell you something about our government? Yes, it does. But
yeah.
Anyway, I just
Daniel, they caught him a short time ago, late yesterday. We're only 5 minutes past 12 midnight here, so.
By the way, August, you're that's bullshit. Israel doesn't fulfill any insane prophecies. They are the chosen people in history. And if you're too biased to state that, I don't ever want to talk to you.
Well, I know they're trying to. There's something with the red heifer that they keep importing them, but I'm not sure exactly what that
Israel has existed for thousands of years. I'm tired of this crap.
I was surprised on October 7th when I learned that they had given the Palestinians all the beachfront property on the Mediterranean. And then they turn around, this Hamas, and they're cooking people's babies in front of them in their ovens and killing them, doing all horrific shit.
Yeah, I think they killed.
That's just inhuman.
There's over 1,000 people they murdered. And did you see the videos about some of the prisoners that are starving to death in Gaza right now?
Yeah, I
watched them. And I've shared those. And, there was one poor Israeli guy in one of the Hamas tunnels. And he said, "I'm digging my own grave." And he looked like one of those skeletal figures from the Second World War when they opened the concentration camps. And anybody who thinks that these Hamas people are, noble for humanity, like I've seen on the shirt of that one guy up protesting outside of the film today for the documentary. It's like, I don't know how any human being can have their head so backwards to believe right is wrong and wrong is right, like these people seem to do. And I'm sorry, I'll just give up now because I think I've stated what I have to say. I'm so frustrated with this garbage.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon because I do got to get to bed for work tomorrow. So I do want to get through these chats. Asia acknowledges the loss of life in German camps. However, a lot of the older folks here are pissed that Japanese camps are rarely mentioned. Well, I know we got the Bhutan Death March, but that's about all I've ever heard.
The difference was the German camps treated the people in prison horribly and starved them. And
so did the Japanese.
I'm talking about the German camps first. Remember what was that about gas chambers? Oh, there was something about gas chambers. I'm not going to go into details, but I think I remember that. And the Japanese were bad too, because I remember there were actually Canadians defending Hong Kong in that war. And when the Japanese conquered them, they marched them all off to camps. And Japanese camps were not nice to us. I would suggest that that David Bowie movie called Hello, Mr. Lawrence, or whatever it is, I think, that has a lot of detail about the horrors of the Japanese prison camps in the war. And Bowie was an excellent actor, great musician and singer, but an excellent actor. And that is a very interesting film if you guys want to check that one out. And yeah, I don't think it compares here. I mean, of course, I think it was it's motivated by fear, though. They imprisoned people here in Canada. I remember when they took all the Japanese folks from the West Coast and moved them to the interior here. I think they had camps in the Kootenays where they housed them. But the difference was they gave them decent housing. They fed them. They treated them well. Nobody was tortured. Nobody was harmed. It was just like a containment camp more than anything, where they didn't. I mean, it was stupid. I think it's stupid now, but back then you got to look in the context of history, and people were fucking scared, right? And they thought every Japanese person could be an alien that would attack, even though, of course, they weren't. And remember George Sakai talking about what happened to his parents in the U.S. It was the same thing. George Sakai and his family got sent to a camp in America, and was there for some number, a few years or whatever until the war ended. And but thing is, the difference was the Japanese here were treated well. They were fed, they were housed. Nobody was beating them or torturing them. Nobody was killing them. It was nothing like the camps going on over in Europe. So I just wanted to make the distinction of that. Anyway, sorry to go on so long. I'm a motor mouth girl. I'm sorry.
All right. So, August says, not Israel, the Orthodox ones. All right. It was like a civil war, different than the war in Ukraine. Yeah, that's what I think. There's people calling for that right now, and it's the last thing we need. Sad but true, Sashi. I can understand that, Sashi. The Japanese were pretty brutal too. Yeah, I've heard about the Bhutan Death March. Yep, they were, Curtis. Don't read or look up Unit 731 before you sleep. Pure nightmare fuel. Maybe that's what I need. How do you know about basketball, Canadian?
I explained it to Arabic. When you get to my, I'll read it for you, Gorilla. Go ahead, keep going.
And prayers to the old man Bird there. And videos of Unit 731 are taken down on YouTube most of the time. And Eric says stick to hockey, which is kind of why Sashi about the stuff being taken down.
And I said, Arabic, tell that to the Toronto Temple of the WNBA. They start next season. So they're going to be competing for fandom with the Toronto Raptors starting next season.
Yeah, Jeff KC says, but it needs to be seen now. Well, that's what Rumble's for.
Yeah.
I don't know what Curtis is posting there, but it's a link. Australia's always right besides everyone.
Yeah.
And we have Australia. We love Australia. The Curtis, Truth Lizzie.
Truth Lizzie, we do.
Fifi
yes.
is, I hope, doing well.
Yeah.
Curtis, Fifi is Cassie. No chance of getting a tribal culture to embrace a Western outlook. Yeah, probably not.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Cassie says life is rough.
Yes.
Woof.
And Tim thinks it's a bad joke, but I love that joke.
Yeah. Oh,
I never get tired of it.
Here, FKC, I'll cover it for you here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, like future guy from Enterprise. Oh, the guy that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The guy. Wait. Yeah, I know what you.
Yeah, the Sulu Bond benefactor guy. He was awesome.
Yeah, life is. Well, people say that was just Captain Archer in the future. I agree, Daniel. You Section 31 agent.
Maybe.
So where was the Air Force on 9/11? From what I understand, they were doing training drills, and people thought it was just part of the drill until the second plane hit. That's what I heard.
I think that Sir Lemon had already blocked August, and then he tried to come on again August 3rd, the 2nd. He's a troll. He's a troll.
I don't think he's a troll.
I think he is.
It was
he has no content. He has no content. He has nothing there.
Yeah.
And all he's been promoting is hate speech. So
I won't call it hate speech, but
wow.
Yeah, PvP, the free speech advocate, just got shot. I am not exactly feeling personally safe at all.
Right,
LDG. Mm.
But we got to stand in defiance of this hate.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Buy guns and ammo. Way ahead of you.
Hey, you think this is going to cause a civil war?
That's a problem. Everybody keeps throwing that right out there, and we just got to keep our cool heads there and be the better people, but do what Charlie did there and make our voices heard.
Yeah, that's what you do, Daniel. Is make your
Hear
voice
that?
heard.
I say we do
Right.
the same thing they did with the Josh fight when the guy invited all the Joshes he could find to a fight in Kansas City. How about we just throw it out there? We all no weapons. We all meet in a neutral place and just beat it out of each other.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need. Just a good old fashioned mutual combat brawl.
Right.
Curtis, I sent you an email.
All right.
Yeah. PvP, Israel was formed in 1948.
Yes, I know that. I'm aware of that fact.
Yeah. Abrahamics killing Abrahamics. Same old, same old.
Same old. Trapdoor spider.
Before that, it was British Palestine.
Right, the Brits owned it.
But
Thank you, sir. Lemon.
You know, the thing was, it was the West that actually created Israel. It wasn't Israel's idea. It wasn't the Jews' idea. The West was so guilty about the genocide with what this mustache man had inflicted on the Jewish people.
Right.
The West basically said, okay, you guys need a homeland and a refuge where you can survive, and we're going to give you Israel.
Well, actually, Israel as a land did exist even before that PvP, according to the Bible and other sources.
I forget my history, but haven't the Israelis occupied that land for like 3,000 years or something?
Well, there were a lot of them that came from Moses and who took them out of Egypt.
No, but I'm
originally
just saying,
they were in Egypt, most of them.
I'm just saying, the Jews are probably the oldest people living in that part of the world of any group. Yeah. And the thing is, if the Palestinian supporters are so angry, why have they turned down the 4 or 5 or 6 times that Israel has offered to give them a state? You look it up. Yeah. Go ahead, look it up. There's different pages on YouTube, on the internet. They have.
Well, I know in history. Well, I know in history, world history, that there was at least 5 different times since 1948 that they asked Palestine if they wanted to become an independent state, and every time they refused.
And why did they refuse?
Because they wanted to be acclimated with Israel. They wanted to make it one nation.
No, they wanted to refuse because from the river to the sea is their motto.
Yeah.
You know what that motto means?
Yeah, I know what it means.
They want to destroy Israel and murder every Jew on the planet. If you read some of the charters of these terrorist groups, that becomes abundantly clear if you read their modus operandi. It's not hard to figure this out. Israel has offered peace over and over again. If the leaders of Gaza or any other entity give a damn about their people, why didn't they agree to peace with Israel? I would love anybody to give me a rational explanation of that one, because I bet nobody can.
As someone in the chat pointed out, I think they both look at themselves as descendants of Abraham and Yahweh and Allah. It's really the same God. It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
It's really, you're right, Eugene. It's really a question of Palestine wanting to absorb the rest of Israel, in that area, and vice versa. If Gaza had their way, they would have taken the entire area of Palestine there and claimed it as their own. This has been going on for centuries.
If that beachfront property on the Mediterranean, I wouldn't be happy with that. I would have built schools and hospitals and boats.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the thing, and another thing that makes you really angry is this lie that the Israelis are starving people in Gaza. I have watched numerous videos about there's thousands of tons of UN food rotting in the sun in Gaza.
They're rotting at the border. We've seen it. I've seen messages on it. I've seen things
nobody
on it.
can say it's Israeli propaganda. No, I've seen numerous ones from independent journalists that went in, and they have videoed this. There are pellets and pellets and pellets. Like I couldn't even begin to count them. And there was everything: food, baby formula, diapers, the whole shit-a-roo, right?
Yeah, it's the terrorists that are threatening their own citizens from touching that stuff.
Hamas wants to hurt their own people to get propaganda videos. And by the way, there's one video I watched about 2 months ago. God, I wish I'd saved that one. There was a young man that identified himself as a Hamas agent working with Hamas. And he took us through the food market. And guess what? The food market was thriving with all kinds of food being sold for the happy Gazans to munch on. And he said, but the thing is, you got to have cash to buy food. And the only way to get cash is to go to the Hamas money exchange, which he took us to. And he actually showed them, if you take any currency to the money exchange that Hamas is running, they will only give you 70% back in dollars, in US dollars, right? Crazy shit, but that's what I watched in that video. And then, of course, he went on to do the video, and he bought, various types of food, right? But the thing is, though, and by the way, all the people shopping in the market there, they look very well fed and quite fat, some of them actually. So this lie, well, this Greta girl, oh man, this Greta girl.
Yeah. Hey,
liar.
guys, we really want to get through the chats here. Israel actually has existed for thousands of years. It became absorbed into various empires that got its station back again in 1948. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard there. Japan conducted medical experiments on POW. So did Germany there.
Yep.
Germany was horrible for that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yay. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you very much.
Yay.
Thanks again for these streams, Gorilla. Man, it's worked responsive.
So far.
Eugene Bird, you're the king. Super chats making our stars sing. Lighting the lounge, keeping it free. You're the sugar daddy of Gorilla. Thank you, Eugene, you're the best. Better than all the rest. With every puff we raise a cheer. Eugene Bird, our hero here.
Eugene Bird, our hero here. There, see, that's my highlight.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to getting that plane ticket paid for in January. Yeah, what are they're the chosen people history? What do you mean by that? Do you know about the Rhine with
the Rhine Schweigenlager? Yeah, I know.
200,000 civilians in Tokyo alone.
I don't think the Israelis have a lot to do with what's happening in Tokyo, dear. Maybe do some homework on history.
Yeah.
No, we already took her out because she's bad.
And Chris says, "Oh, that looks cool." I follow the difference between nation and country was what it meant to point out.
Yeah, good one, DJ. That's fine. Sure.
Well, if that kind of reminds me, empires are run by emperors. Kingdoms are run by kingdoms. So what are countries run by?
Yeah. What are they run by, Gorilla?
Okay, emperors are run by emperors. Kings are run by kingdoms are run by kings.
Yes.
What are countries run by?
Oh,
I know exactly where
you're nasty
going.
For that word you were going to
take out the
okay.
Gorilla, that's even above my level of perversion.
That's just disgusting. I'm sorry.
Hey, never underestimate my perversion there, because we're still talking about this when I got. We're still talking about the Jolly Rich, the Green Apple Jolly Rancher lube at work. So
why do you think we're here every week, Gorilla? Because we enjoy your perversions.
Yeah. Well, don't forget I mentioned Rick Astley on the table earlier. So
never gonna give you up. Never. Okay, I'll shut up now. I actually like that. I think, you know what I love? When I watched Rick Astley talk about that video, he was laughing his ass off. He knew it was a stupid song. He knew it was silly, but it's still a good. I think it's a great song, personally.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get through all these chats here because I do gotta end this soon.
Okay.
Yeah, DJ, I wasn't correcting you. I was just putting it out there because many are not aware. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate you and your style of participation in the conversation. You rock.
Rock.
That ruined a lot of Japanese Americans' businesses and plans for America.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did. Aha.
it's the consequences of war.
Yeah.
Lizzie's laugh. DJ, I appreciate you and your knowledge, dude. I appreciate everybody's
Kevin.
knowledge here. Yeah, I was trolling about 9/11. I think he just tried to show a different perspective there, but that's just me.
Yeah.
He was responding to me. It was supposed to be some kind of stuff of own when I mentioned the stealth bombers.
Right.
Conspiracy theory sense tingling because the West is after the Stargates can help.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I
Let's
wouldn't.
see,
I would.
Now
I-
where
I-
is sorry.
I was just gonna say, if I got the right training, I would volunteer to go through a Stargate just to get away from this crazy planet right now.
Yeah.
Here you
So-
Yeah, so where is Colonel O'Neill when we need him?
Let's see, the lander on Israel has been fought over since only God knows to this point.
Oh, no,
3000
no,
BC.
There's thousands of years of history if you want to research it, Curtis.
Yeah.
Or whoever. No, not Curtis.
That was
Somebody posted
Tim.
that
Yeah,
before
it was
Curtis.
Tim.
Yeah. Tim, the Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence is pretty cool.
There's tons. I mean, I could probably spend weeks, if not months, researching the history of that area. And you know, there was it the Persian Empire? There were other empires that ruled that land long before Israel.
Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman, yes, thank you. Ottoman, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, let's see. Chris says, Dr. Trip Dr. Spider was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Trapdoor spider.
Yeah,
I know there.
He's been on my channel before. He's cool. He's cool.
Yeah, he is cool. He's a cool guy.
I know there's a lot of debate, but yes, FKHC 2005, there's been conflict there for about 2,000 years or more. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, this could be a Ukraine-Russian argument or a Federation versus Maquis with the Kardashians.
I like it.
I like that. I like that.
Yep, that's basically what I said. They've been fighting over the same plot of land for a long time.
Yes, they have.
And yes, rest in peace, Charlie.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And y'all be safe, have fun, carry your guns, and rock. Well, have a good night there, DJ Gorilla.
Thank you,
Have a
DJ
great rest of the
Planos.
weekend.
Right there.
Even Red Fox blushes with that country joke.
Yeah.
All right, but I gotta wrap this up because it's 11:30.
Yeah, it is getting late.
It's time for bed.
And I've been waking up at 5:30, so.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Tim, for coming. He has a couple videos on his channel, so make sure to check them out. Thank you, DJ Play Nice, for coming. Thank you, Arabic Sonder, for coming. He has a couple videos on his channel, so make sure to check him out there and sub to everybody that we're highlighting here. Thank you, Dr. Tripwire Spider. Curtis, you want to promote him?
I don't know if he has any material or not, but he's good people. He comes on every now and then and contributes to the chat. Let me take a look at his channel because I can't remember if he has any. He doesn't have any material, but he's, he comes on and or he or she, I'm not really sure, will come on every now and then and make a comment. They're just fun people. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And thank you, Scurvy, for coming. And thank you, Kevin Theme Park Adventures, for coming. He does videos of all theme park adventures and all that, so make sure to check them out. And thank you, Lizzie Armstrong, for coming. I believe she has a couple of videos of like the pictures of her stuff there, of her trips and all that. So make sure to check her out. And thank you, August the 2nd, for coming. Thank you, the Phantom Boomer Explorers, for coming. He does 3 watch parties a week on his Cosby channel, and he puts the trailers for those on his YouTube channel. So make sure to check him out. But yeah, he does some fun watch parties there. Thank you, Sashi, for coming. I don't think Sashi does anything, does he?
Sashi,
he doesn't have any material.
I can say about Sashi. Yeah, Sashi is a business owner. He has his own place that he works in over there in Malaysia, and he mostly is. He likes to support all of our channels, and we do appreciate him when he's able to come. When he's not working and he comes in to help us. So yeah, we really do appreciate Sashi. And I would go to his. I would subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe to him. He doesn't do a lot of actual YouTube material, but you can find recipes that he has shared with Mrs. Dadman Walking. So if you're ever interested in Malaysian food, go to her channel. He has shared a bunch of really tasty looking recipes out there. So
all right, thank you. And thank you, August, for coming. And while I'm scrolling, Daniels, do you got anything going on?
Nope.
No? PvP?
Not a lot at the moment. Well, Curtis and I are going to do Dark Shadows tomorrow night, 7:30 Pacific. I think it is, Curtis.
Yes.
By the way, I still have to pick the episodes because
that's all good.
Well,
don't stress about it.
This has been the kind of week where my mind hasn't been on entertainment, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand it. And I'm sorry I keep waiting till last minute to ask you guys, but
no. Hey, after what happened to Charlie yesterday, nobody's going to be able to piss me off. Believe me, man.
Well, I hear you, but I appreciate your patience with me. Thank you.
I'm gonna go on tonight and try to figure something out here, and maybe. Geez, I don't even know what I'm going to eat right now. I haven't even thought about supper, but yeah.
Supper would be a good idea.
Oh, I know.
Right. So, thank you, Herc130, for coming. He has his Mach 1 for Life channels where he found his Mach 1 he had in high school and he's restoring it. So make sure to check it out. It's actually been pretty interesting watching it. When he does to it. And while I am scrolling, Tired Blogger, you wanna tell us about your channel?
Basically, I used to be a political channel, and then I stopped, and then I guess I'm coming back at least a little bit. Right now, I'm just kind of scrambling to keep my head above water in a lot of ways. But tomorrow, as PvP was kind enough to point out, we're going PvP and Mikey Souza 4, and I haven't reached out to Larry yet, but at least the three of us are going to be doing Dark Shadows. And then Saturday, I have had a super chat person send the super chat, so we will be doing a watch party on Saturday of I've already forgotten.
So Curtis, is that going to be 10 p.m. my time then tomorrow night on Friday night?
Yes, probably 10:30 because
10:30. Okay.
I get off
All
work at 9:30 here.
No, that's fine.
Or 9, and then I get home around 9:30 and eat. So,
I'm cool with that. 10:30 tomorrow night.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that.
Single women at Walmart. Woo!
Yeah. So FKHC 205, I think we already promoted, but I'm gonna do it again. He has a couple videos on his channel. Make sure to check them out. Thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure Curtis thanks you for all those super chats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Gorilla.
What?
Gorilla, I was gonna say I was gonna save you some time, and I'll go ahead and thank real quickly the people that were simulcasting over on my channel there.
Well, I'm going in order here.
Yeah. Okay.
So we want to do Anchorman here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Scott, Anchorman, does talk about pop culture. He discusses the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows. He's done other respective reviews on different movies. In fact, recently Scott, me, and Brother Jay did some reviews of the latest movies, both Fantastic Four: First Steps and Superman. So he also has a friend Eli who is known as Little Blue, and they do some great content. So make sure you go to Anchorman's channel and subscribe.
Yeah.
He has some good content there and good reviews. Yeah.
All right, thank you. And thank you all, Bill, for being on the panel there. Make sure to check out his channel. He said he's going to start doing more stuff there to honor Charlie Kirk there. But he does karaoke's on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And then he's also has his football streams there. And then he also has his Western Cinemas and his action theater. So make sure to check him out there. And thank you, Cog Noctum Gaming. You want to promote him, Mikey?
Yeah, sure. Kage Noctum Gaming does some Fortnite as well as some other gaming games on his own channel, and he has a very good chat, and he has very good people there that play along and also talk. They're on his channel, so please, Kage Noctum Gaming, and he looks like I call him my hippie brother because he's got the hair, he's got the whole thing going. So yeah, please go to Kage's channel and subscribe, please, to him.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Kind Clear, for coming. Our Bird Woman to YouTube. She, if you ever need like a quick pick me up during the day, she has her birds
Chick,
and all that.
Fluff Chick Productions. Yeah, Fluff
Well,
Chick
that's her other
Productions.
channel. But
yeah, that's the one that has the calming birds and stuff on it. But yeah,
Yeah.
she has a good discourse on her regular channel as well. So.
Yeah, and thank you, DJ Ronnie G, for coming. I believe that's on Curtis's channel, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yes, DJ Ronnie G. He has got some really cool stuff about sci-fi and some other informative things. So please check him out. I've learned a little bit from watching his videos. So
right.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Thank you, Suzanne X Team, for coming. And thank you, Moira Kitty, for coming. Now she has her more fucking news in her bootleg theaters, so it was already playing streams. She can spot a lot of discrepancies in the news and all that stuff. You may not always agree with her, but she's always willing to have a discourse with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good channel there. And Jay's on the panel here.
Yep.
Let's see. Captain Boone, you want to promote your channel?
Not much going on at Commodore Productions at all. I'm almost falling asleep right here. Just watch Commodore Productions. Never know what you're going to see, and you never know when there's going to be a video popping up. And thanks for the invite.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you, Matt Chiwa, for coming. Curtis, that's on your channel.
Matt Cheatwood doesn't have any material, but he's dang good people. He's basically used to be my landlord, or was married to my landlord, and now he's, for lack of a better term, he's a prepper. but he's not one of those goofy, crazy ones that goes in for conspiracy theories. He researches the things that he believes. He's really stable, really cool, wonderful, wonderful person. So if he did have any material, I would say go check him out.
Yeah. All right, thank you. And thank you, Leah Liz, for coming. Does Leah Liz have anything?
Leah Liz is a good friend of myself and Suzanne. One of our best friends from Australia, just like Lizzie Armstrong is. And we don't see her very often because she does have, her own personal life. She does things. But every once in a while, when we do have big moments like this where we have simulcast and everything, she does come by and visit. So, and we've had her on a chat before, on a panel before, Gorilla, a long time ago when I had the crappy computer I had before. Yeah, she was up there with us on during the holidays. So, yeah, it was good to see Leah Liz again. Please support her channel. There in,
All right, thank you. And thank you, Rex Madison, for coming. Does Rex have anything?
Rex does have a few bits of content there. Yeah, please check him out. Also, Rex, I did make you, since I hadn't seen you in a while, I did go ahead and made you a standard mod. So now you're a standard mod on our channel. So congratulations to that, Rex. It's good to see you again.
All right, thank you. Jay, do you got anything to add? Or anything to promote?
Jay? Hey, Jay.
Jay.
All right, Eugene, you want to promote yourself there?
Go ahead, Eugene.
I'll see you in the next chat, and ignore any blow-up dolls you see back there.
Yeah.
Hey, Eugene, you are welcome to come on board a panel anytime. I want to talk to you about the military's hiding of these UAPs one day, okay?
Yeah.
We would actually really like Eugene to come on more often.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you for coming on tonight, Eugene. It's been great talking to you.
It was awesome, man.
Adding the face to it, man. It's been in a lot of the chats there.
Yeah, good stuff.
You're an awesome
and I like your guitar
contributor.
videos. I hope you put out some more of those.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
So sorry, I see the big tree as troll as much as perspective offer is just meant to take nice, if not. I let people hear their voices out there. And have you recovered from 9/11? Does that take away 40%? No. Never recovered for our freedom. 35% said no. Never recovered our security. 21%. And my 401 is way bigger. 0%. Everybody saying thanks there. Saying bonus ouches. I have no such as I have no content. But if I do, it would be government approved. And Sasha, nice to see you. Love Malaysian food. All right, Mike, you want to promote yourself?
Yeah, certainly. Okay, so tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, in case Jay's still listening, we do have a 1v1. It's our third in the series of interviews. I'll be interviewing Jay Aldrich himself, my brother, and that will start at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Then I will be there for you, Gorilla, for your Walton stream, which I believe is season 5, episode 9, after we did the wedding, the 2-parter. And then, of course, I'll be there at 10:30 p.m. with my buddies Curtis and PvP, and hopefully Larry. We can get him there tomorrow, too, so we can do our next 4 episodes of Dark Shadows. And then on Saturday, I do have my Nostalgic Podblast. I am officially the co-host, along with Chance Bartels, who is the host of the show. We will be talking about anniversaries of movies and TV shows, including Space 1999's 50th, and Back to the Future's 40th, and Jaws 50th anniversary. So that's going to be at 5:35 p.m. on Saturday, Eastern Time.
All right. Thank you. As for me, we will have the Waltons tomorrow, barring we get any more shitty news.
Oh, God, I hope not.
But no, we should have the Waltons tomorrow. Heck,
Okay,
I might do something on Saturday because I got so much to say. But that might be from a girl's perspective, a lone podcast there. I just got to get my thoughts in a row here without getting myself banned.
Can you message us on Facebook if you do a Saturday thing, Gorilla?
Yeah, but I think that'd be like a solo stream.
Yeah.
There.
Oh.
Not a panel stream, but like a solo one.
Okay.
We're enjoying your reviews of different products you're using.
Oh yeah, those shorts there. I'm actually gonna be doing one here tomorrow, maybe. It's new Laffy Taffy. It's a fruit combos.
Oh, yum. Maybe.
Yeah, but Sunday. I think we're gonna watch Castaway because I got.
Oh my God, the one with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I gotta get myself ready for that cruise. My first cruise and my first airplane ride. So why not watch movies like Poseidon, like Snakes on a Plane, and Titanic and stuff like that? Or we watched The Night to Remember. That's how I get ready for the first cruise and airplane.
We're going to be making so many jokes about the interrelationship between a soccer ball named Wilson and Tom Hanks all by himself on an island.
I would expect nothing less.
Castaway has nothing to do with a nautical disaster, really, though. 90% of that film is boring as hell.
The plane crashes and he gets stuck on a deserted island.
No, then most of the rest of the film is just sitting on his ass doing nothing. It's boring.
I don't know. I enjoyed the film, but anyhow.
I have a question.
I'm there for you on Sunday.
If 80% of the film makes your main actor talk to a basketball, how fucking
a soccer ball, not a basketball.
Whatever, it's a ball. Could be
okay.
Whatever. How interesting is a movie where 80% of your only actor talks to a ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I was bored out of my freaking mind watching that. I'm sorry, girl. I might have to take a pass on something.
Well, I'm sorry. It's not a 1950s movie, PvP.
Well, I tell you, the last movie is more interesting than this thing's going to be because have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's,
downloaded the whole movie. I have the
I
1958
think
movie.
Tom Hanks is a mixed bag. He has some great movies. He has some crap movies. He's up and down through his career, but I just found this movie really boring. I mean, you know, the only little part of the movie I enjoyed was maybe the last 15 or 20 minutes when he got back to the real world and reconnected with it. But it's like, I know they were doing the Robinson Crusoe shit, right? Robinson Crusoe, yes, I get it. I'm not stupid. But I just got so bored after a while. I mean, I don't care how great an actor is. They can't do like 80, 90 minutes talking to a bloody basketball or football or whatever the hell the ball is. You know.
What if Tom Hanks stars in Lady Terminator 2?
Yeah, he does.
I'd rather watch him in just about anything in this movie. So anyway, I've said my piece.
Then there will be a cigar lounge on next Tuesday. And thank you again, Eugene, for those super chats. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much.
Once again, Eugene, thank you so much. And Tim also tonight. Yes.
Thank you for all the entertainment you provide for all of us all the time.
Hey, I try. I gotta remember to make a short of the Green Apple Jolly Rancher loop story for work, because that's freaking hilarious. It's been paying dividends for months now.
Hey, girl, have you done a short on Charlie Kirk yet? Like a lot of people are.
Yeah, I did a whole stream on Charlie Kirk.
No, but a lot of people are doing shorts in the last day or so about Charlie.
Yeah. Well, see, I haven't seen it, but Tom Hanks talking to a ball. Hey, I enjoyed it, but there. But
I mean, I don't hate Tom Hanks, but he's one of those actors that he's good, then he's bad, then he's bad, then he's good. It's like, you know, I used to think his early movies kind of sucked. Actually, I thought he wasn't that good. And then, what was the one of the AIDS movie? You know the AIDS movie I'm talking about? Philadelphia. That's when I got into Tom Hanks acting. Like that, I thought was a classic film, and he was super good in that. Like, and you know, the thing is, back then it was like this epidemic. Nobody was really grasping it. Even I don't even think when the movie was made, people were freaking out everywhere, going, "There's this social disease that's killing people," and everybody was freaking out. And I thought Tom did a fabulous job in that movie, portraying he portrayed an intelligent professional man that just caught this disease and it took his life away. And I love that movie so much. I think it's a really good film. That's my favorite Tom Hanks movie, actually.
By the way, Eric Sonder, Lost in Translation featured Bill Murray and a very young Scarlett Johansson, not Tom Hanks. Just so you know.
What was the one where he was at I think he's thinking of the one where he was lost in the airplane terminal.
Oh, that was Moscow. No, that wasn't Moscow on the Hudson. What was that? It was where he was in the airport.
Yes.
And he couldn't leave, and then he left.
Right.
That was
I don't remember what that was. I don't remember what that was.
All right, guys, but thank you everybody for being here. Have a good night. Eugene Bird, I'll let you pick our closing song. Do you want United We Roar or Roar of Gratitude?
Eugene, you pick the song.
Pick the song.
Yeah.
You do it. I'm a entertainment consumer. Sorry.
All right, we'll just do.
We've been stopping.